This is not the 9 o'clock news. All it is, lads, is we do a Thursday night live, and what we're trying to do is do an answering question live night, which gives you the opportunity to pop on and chuck some questions at us. When if it's welding, whatever it may be, fabricating, engineering. There's 6 of us who will hopefully give you an answer. So I've got quite a few. Questions at the moment. So hopefully that'll be a lot more for Thursday night. So it's just a little quick to let you know. Thursday nights are going to be different now. They're not going to be just one utter chaotic shouting and screaming at each other. So we're going to see what happens. I see there's people viewing me, but they're not talking to me. If you want to talk, carry on. And as I said, Thursday is going to be a completely new ball game. Question answer, and here comes Uncle Ian. Hello, Uncle Ian.
Oh, how do I sound?
Well, you come on with a good microphone, did you?
No, same microphone.
Yeah, perfect. So, hope it's not my fault.
No, since last Thursday, I've done all sorts of hangouts working on Internet Explorer. I've had to update Explorer, go on to Edge.
Yeah.
So I've downloaded half a different dozen plugins. So hopefully it's done some good. We think. We'll see.
The thing is, what I'm trying to get across is Thursday nights is usually just one chaotic screaming match. You know what I mean?
It is.
And it bugs me. It winds me up.
But I don't think we should lose the interaction that we have.
Yeah, we'll still keep the friendliness, but what I want to do is pop in a question, or not so much me. I'll send you a list of questions, and everybody else a list of questions, and then I've got about 10 so far questions. What the lads have asked me. So what we'll do is take turns reading them out and see if we can answer them between us.
I see. You're not very sharp tonight, Bob.
Well, view-wise, or?
Yeah, as I can see on screen now.
Any better?
No, you're very pixelated.
Yeah, it's my age, isn't it? So yes, it went from a laugh to a screaming match, and we don't want to do that.
Yeah. Hello, Guido.
Hi, Robert. Hi, Ian.
You can probably guarantee now this will probably be the best night we've ever had, because we've all come on here as quiet and friendly. Not. Let's see if I can take the piss out of him, innit?
I don't do that. I'll lose.
Well, it's already been a target sometimes, but I mean, I'm the target most times, and the thing is, I do retaliate, as you know, as you more than anybody knows. I do retaliate quite good.
Does anybody hear me?
Yes. Can I hear you loud and sound?
What's your views, Guido, on Thursday nights?
Well, Robert, I said weeks and weeks ago, I said it. The problem is that if 8 people are in the room and 6 people talking at the same time, nobody understands anything.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem on Thursday's night. Well, I said it on the weekend. I said it to Ian and Vincent in the Facebook chat. If we are all in a room and see each other face to face. This is not a problem. We can talk all together, and I'm listening to you. Ian is listening to someone else. It might be not a problem, but on Hangouts, it is that guy who talks the loudest is seen on the screen. Yes. And if anybody wants to say anything about what that guy who is talking at the moment, he just needs to talk louder, and then you hear the other guy, and you don't get the rest of this of what the first person wanted to say.
Yes, but as we're doing it now, we're actually having a conversation here. We're not saying, oh, you know, I got a better car than you, and you got a better welder than me, and I got a better spanner than you. It turns into, oh, I got this, and yes, mine is better than yours, and I think it just turns out to utter chaos.
Oh, see what happens. See what happens now. You ask me something, I'll give you an answer. You wait till I gave the answer, then you answer me. Just Ian, pop in. As always.
Ian had something to say about it, so come on in, Ian.
Oh yeah, we're having a civilized conversation. We're just like three guys in a pub that all talk at once. Among a group of friends, decency will say, hang on, it's Guido's turn to speak.
Yeah, well, this is now we are having a conversation, and if I see Ian is saying something, I let him talk, and I let him talk to the end, and then he'll give me an answer. That's normal conversation, you know.
Yeah.
What happens on Thursday is everybody starts speaking, and no one get any answer to nothing. You know what I mean?
Because a question goes to a question to a question, and
yeah. Well, you ask me a question, I give you an answer. Jason has a better answer and bust it into my answer, so you never get what I wanted to say.
Yeah. And then somebody comes in with a completely new question anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, the thing is, I've got this on. We are actually live and we are actually public because the chat room is open, and you'd be surprised how many people have popped into the chat room. Because I didn't want to go private. I thought, well, because there's a lot of loyal people out there, especially in the chat room. Average Joe, Wizard, David Doyle, Hoodie Scum, Asia.
I didn't know you was. I didn't know you was live in the chat. I'll open up another screen.
You know, the thing is, I gotta be honest. It's quite stressful. To me, sometimes it can be very stressful doing a live show because I got 5 hours to try and be funny for 5 hours, and it's quite a hard job. And then you get your problems, which I do practically every week. I get like with a microphone breaking down or whatever it is, and then you get some smart ass coming on taking the piss out of you. So it like all builds up. And years ago, when I used to do this on my own and there was no other people in the room, you could actually see my face boiling up, ready to explode. You know what I mean?
Well, Robert, but now that we have that kind of talk show on Thursdays, it should be easier for you.
Yeah, you can just, like you do, you get up, you go to the toilet, come back. It's not as though the conversation dies a death. Well, on the contrary, we all start calling you as soon as you walk off.
Yeah, but when I used to do this on my own, it was very stressful. That's why I don't do it like Dizzy. I have everybody, if they want to join in on the bottom of the screen here and join in as a friend, and we'll let them go. If we get on with them, we get on with them. But if anybody in the chat room wants to, send us a link, I'm going to send him a link. Hoping he's going to come in and add something to the conversation. But it's not usually, they don't want to add nothing to the conversation. They want to tell you what they got and what they own, and how many this and how many that. And it's an ad life. Don't think. And everybody's entitled to do a live show, and I guarantee you, it's not as easy as it looks. It gets complicated. Hence, I drink.
Was Vincent?
Well, he was the one who planned this tonight, because I said let's turn it into an answer and question show, and he was all for it. And no, Hazel, it wasn't your fault. We're talking completely, utterly months and months and months ago. This has been going on, not just the last couple of weeks.
And I know Hayes is probably still in the house.
The thing is, if we can turn this around and make it profitable for all of us, as in people wants to talk about Ian, what he got in his shed, or Ian, is that for sale? And that's what it's all about, isn't it? If you could start selling stuff,
it is, yes.
Yeah. If somebody says, "Oh, by the way, is that for sale?" You're going to say, "Yeah, of course it's for sale." And then you know, log burners, we can start turning it around and show our wares and our tears. And if we can make a couple of quid at it, I'm not doing it for me. I can guarantee I'm not doing it for me. Honestly, God, I can shut off and walk away, and I'll live happily ever after. The thing is, well, I think my problem is I'm too friendly with everybody. Not you lads. Everybody on the comments coming into my they've just watched my video. Every comment for the last 10 years I've answered. Now I'm coming up to nearly 5 million views. So how many comments I've had, I don't know, but I guarantee you I've answered every one of them as a friend. Apart from the haters, of course.
I don't know if it's your end of my end, but your sound is breaking up.
No, it's you know, I used to do this just sat here on my own via that other package. This now we're on Hangouts, and we can have 10 people in the bottom of this thing. I don't think we could ever do 10 people. We've done 9, I think, tonight. I think that would be utter chaos.
Well, one Thursday we had 9 people in Hangouts. And apparently there are six people that are always there. 4 people from on day 1, and that is you, Robert, Ian, Vincent, and me. And Dizzy. So 5 people. Yeah. And Jason came 2 hours later, but from the first day he joined us on Hangouts, he was there every Thursday.
Yeah.
So these are the 6 that are always there.
Yeah.
And then you started giving links around. It was Teppo was there, Hazy Days was there, Wizard was there. I don't know. 5-6 people joined us on Hangouts on YouTube. And well, for me as a German, it is hard. It is hard to follow you guys because of English.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
Well, when Vincent and Ian talk to me, or we have a phone call or something like that, they try to use easy terms for me to follow them on a live show. And for me is if you go into your slang, you know. Sometimes I have no fucking clue what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, but it's something we don't really think about. It's so
yeah.
And never mind. It is okay for me.
Because you're always there. We automatically think like you're a brother, and you know what we're talking about. But yeah. Karen said, funny enough, she said she only understands the understands 50% of us.
Well, guess how much I understand.
The thing is, Guido, and I commented to Vince on this. Well, you know, our what the words, synonyms. Vince, when I say, I'll have to think of an example, but you're understanding them. You know, like, yeah, you know the word bollocks. How does a German know that?
Well,
it's like when it's raining. It's raining cats and dogs.
well, I know that.
You know a lot of others as those as well.
Well, no. If you say it's raining cats and dogs, I know that from school because in German it is "Es regnet wie Bindfeld." That's the German term for it's raining cats and dogs. Well, no. The most problem is. Okay, I'm German. I have to talk to guys that only talk English, and I try to follow them as much as I can. Well, what is in your background, Ian?
What, behind me?
Some of the questions.
It's spotted, Cassie.
Well,
Some of the
Ian,
questions.
Cassie, you have to wave. Just wave.
Hi, Kathy.
He's saying hi, Kathy. Right, go on.
Ian, forgive me. But I do that so I can talk.
Some of the questions we had this which is going to come up Thursday is very similar line about our talk, and we've had a couple of hoodie scum who's out there laughing his lung out, and he sent me a good one, and I'm going to put that across to Vince if he ever comes back on Thursday. As I said, I'm going to send you all a list of the questions. The more questions we get, obviously, the better. And then it'll break it up. Rather than you'll break the conversation up into a new area where we'll answer somebody's question.
Robert, I guess you need to repeat that because Ian unmuted himself, and now I heard Kathy and not you.
Well, I'm wondering.
I see. You're picking them up. You're picking them up in the background. Okay.
Self. What a jerk.
Don't know what happened to Vince, but yeah, I think because if the conversation, if we get too loud and mouthy and chopsy, we can just stop and throw in somebody's question that they sent us, because they're not sending it to me, they're sending it to us. They want to know our responses to some of the questions, like, do you push a weld or pull a weld? We talked about that before, but it will be questions like that.
Okay.
I think it'll be better fun, and it'll be more interactive with the chat room.
Okay. Well, that's not a problem for me.
No, it'll be nice to see what happens.
Yeah.
If it don't work, it don't work.
I earlier said to Ian and Vincent, well, the first live show you did, it was on your own. Remember that?
Yeah.
You were in front of the camera, answering people's questions, have small talk by yourself, and then Vincent came up with that idea to try it with Hangouts like Dizzy does it. We tried it, so now it became a talk show character. It is not you sitting in front of the camera answering people's questions. It's just a talk show.
Yeah.
And I like that character.
Yeah.
So when Vincent asked me to do this Hangouts tonight, we start talking a little bit about it, and I said, well, I don't want to lose this this talk show character. I want to keep it because it's cool. It's nice.
I don't think we'll ever lose that. I think we're gonna go on as a friendly chat like we're doing doing now, and we'll have our little laughs and we'll have our giggles and we'll have our little piss takes, a friendly piss take. I don't want to go into a piss take where it turns quite serious, you know.
Yeah, that's where it's one-upmanship. Who can out-piss take someone else?
That's right. Ian takes me to the stage sometimes. If he was stood next to me, I'd fucking shoot him. without a doubt in my mind, I said to Vince, I said, I'm honest to God, if Ian was stood next to me sometimes, I would fucking shoot him. And then the next day, we think, oh, for fuck's sake, we're all pissed, we're all having a laugh. But Ian don't know when to stop. He really pushes and pushes, and all right, we have a little laugh about, all right, let's have a little laugh now about making lamps. But then he just went on past the lamp stage, and he'll go on to another one instantly, and he'll go, yeah, what about that? Yeah, what about, and you're fucking burning yourself every 2 minutes, yeah, and it's not no. I can handle it. I'm not fucking saying I can't handle it. It was some people can take the piss and have a quick laugh, and some people will let it roll and roll and roll.
Happens if I don't know I'm doing it. If it's just the way I am.
Well, you know, if I can ban my cousin and if I can ban my friends, I can ban fucking you. You know what I mean?
Is that worse than being muted?
I'll give you the 300 minute, is it 300 seconds timeout? You can time them out for 300 to behave themselves.
Oh, Karen's joined in the house. Hello, Karen.
They've all come to see what we're up to, see, because we've.
Oh, is this live?
Yeah,
I'm kind of.
Well, I thought it should be a private now. Well, I check
No,
YouTube.
I come on. I went public because I think most of these people in the chat room are bloody good friends, and they got as much say as anything else. Wizard struck in a few questions, and if you can ban a bloke like me, Hazel, I banned my cousin the week before, didn't I? Was it the week before, Ian? We banned Rob Nurden. I banned Rob Nurden. His name is Rob Nurden, and he's a fucking pain in the ass, and I banned him instantly. He come on here, and he was a fucking attitude all over the fucking place. We let him have his little run, like we let everybody have their little run. Karen got annoyed. Everybody else got annoyed. So I banned him. Oh, he called me everything you could possibly call me. But fuck me, you know, I'm 64 years old. I'm 20 odd fucking stone. You're not going to come here and blow me over. I can fucking tell you that much.
I can't. Vince has sent a message saying he's got an electrical problem and he's had to go out and fix it.
Yeah, see, it's his fucking idea, and he don't even fucking turn up. What
You've got me there. You see, I thought it was just going to be the three of us sorting out the agenda or the way we were going to manage Thursday. So I thought, go, yeah, there's only us three men, but now everybody in public can see me.
You just said dressing gown. We didn't know you had a dressing gown on until you just said it. All we can see is your neck.
My smoking jacket.
You can't see your fucking titties. You can't see nothing. All you can see is your neck. So you're looking good there, right?
There we are. We don't want to frighten Karen, do we?
Well, that's it. I used to get embarrassed at people swearing, going back to the old days, if you remember. If people swore bad words, I get embarrassed because we always had women in the chat room. I get embarrassed for them. I don't know why I get embarrassed for other people, but I've always have done. So, you know.
Well, I've lost the ability to chat I don't know why.
You're chatting now. You're chatting lovely.
No, typing into chat.
All right. There's more things about thing. I want to know what you know. Are you on a project? Are you doing anything in that flicking shed this week? Or what are you up to?
Well,
you know, do you want to help? Do you want a hand? Do you want me to draw you something? You could make it, because I saw a few things in your shed. It would be instant.
You kind of hit on my next video. Okay. I've near enough finished all my stripping of my scrap. It's all great big pile ready to weigh in. Getting clear. And I was at my mate's yard, and on the floor he had a John Guido, the picture, I think, like somebody emptied an old toolbox that with some BS spanners. And I thought, I'm having them. My next video, I was going to take this bag of spanners, empty it onto my bench, and say to you lot, what do you want me to make with them? I was going to make a pterodactyl, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, it's a pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl.
That's a bit ambitious, my man. That's a bit ambitious.
Thingy. We've had no flying thingies for a while.
Well, I thought that the fellow we would have got on here was that fellow that made the bird in his shed. Remember the thing with the stork, yes, or whatever it was? The man, yes, was hilarious, but obviously didn't. He thought we was going to rib him to death, but.
Yeah,
I started with chopper.
I'm trying to do two things at once here. I'm not winning. I'm not a woman.
Multitasking, yes. It's nice to see people making stuff. The thing is, you know, we're going to just keep going back to the lamps, aren't we? Because your lamp was the best of them all. Without the doubt. I have never, ever laughed so much in my life, because I had it on me that particular day about something or other, and I watched the video. I thought, oh, here we fucking go, and then all of a sudden you come up with your lamp, and I literally cried myself. I literally cried. If you would have kept that, I reckon that would have sold quite well by now, because it become famous.
Well, I pissed my pants when I saw that video.
It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant.
But and I'm still here. Where's Robert? Now, here's a phrase. He's gone. He's disappeared.
Oh, he's frozen.
Right. Okay. Cross my heart, hope to die. Right. That's a phrase that Guido might not know. And you still won't believe me. I had not watched the fact that you were making a rocket lamp. It just sort of came together. I know you don't believe me, but that's that.
I do things, and I do things that I did once as an apprentice or when I was in school, and all I'm actually doing is reliving my kiddie life. I did a post office tower out of steel on a lathe, and all the windows was put the tip in and actually shut the machine off, but moving the bed to scratch up the metal, if you can understand what I'm saying, which made all the windows. And it comes second in a competition, because the tower in London, whatever it was called, was quite new in them days. But it comes second place. So I haven't done that yet, but the lamp I do remember doing. And I did our instructor. I made him a stainless steel golf club, which was a golf club come shoe horn. You know, remember we used to wear them like shoes with the rubber sides, elasticated sides. You had to wear the shoe on to get the thing on. Remember them?
I got behind on the chats, on reading all the chats. You know, I used to have a white Eagle Spectrum, but not been out for it. Well, I sold it in the end. Didn't get time to go out with it.
Well, I went to a funeral today. Funny enough, quite late. So I lost a day, half a day. I come home, got my working clothes on, but before you know where you are, like it's time to get going again, isn't it? But it was a sad day for not so much for me, but for Shirley, because it was, you know, a friend of hers, not a friend of mine. Well, it was a friend of mine, obviously. I knew her, but you know how it goes. Funerals are not very nice, are they?
No. What was the bit about they told you to bring her back?
Oh, that was the joke, because I took Shirley up there. I wanted to put her in a fucking conveyor belt. It was an in-joke. I see Tim's World is on. Tim sent a couple of questions for Thursday night, so we're not ignoring you, Tim. If you can hear us, apparently some people are having trouble hearing us. Most questions coming on will be not so much coming on here, but will be coming on Thursday night. So it'll be thrown in Thursday night on the deep end, and I can't wait to ask the one that Hoodie Scum sent me, which we're going to send towards Vince. It's about men would dress up as women. I think Vince could answer that. He's had an active life, hasn't he? So yeah, as I said, I can sit here and talk, but for 5 hours without a doubt, because I'm an ex DJ, so it's no problem talking.
But we go back to being a group of friends, like any old group of friends in a pub, more extrovert than others. Do we make room for the ones who are quiet and shy, like myself, to get a word in edgeways?
Well, that's it. We had a few on here which we tolerated, who would just sit there and say nothing. Remember them?
Yes.
They would just sit here and stare at us. Wizard used to do that, but he then started chatting to us, which become quite funny. But there was a few of us who used to just sit there and stare, used to scare the shit out of us. There's an old fella, one I remember. There's an old fella doing it.
Oh yes.
Yeah, thank you.
That's right. You couldn't have the volume up. You couldn't have the volume up an hour or something. His wife was in the room.
Hey, I'm like a wallflower, me. I'm just reading comments.
I find it, you know, you got to take it with a pinch of salt, and we got as you say, we still got to have our laughs, but lightly. Try not to piss take seriously.
Oh, Robert, how's going with your monkey bikes?
I just painted the second one now today. I've got the saddle here. I started doing a saddle. I was going to put wadding in it and stuff, but we'll see how it goes. But I got to clean the shed. I can't move in it now. It's completely full. So I painted the frame. I painted the frame so I can get it out of the shed into the backyard. And if it rains, then it's not so bad, is it? You're not painting rust.
Yes, Guido.
Well, I'm starting on a new project now. And you won't believe it, I've got 4 microwaves in my garage. So guess, and it has to do with my mill. So guess what I'm planning to do?
You're not doing a Littenberg experiment. I thought
I was going to make something that I've already got in my garage.
Well, with a microwave. What are you making?
Sorry,
I'm tired of clamping my vise down on my mill. So I'm going to do a magnetic vise. You know what I mean? Ian, explain what I want to do.
I've seen them. They're very handy, especially on a miller.
I have a little mill.
Yeah, very handy. But
yeah, I pick electromagnet just to clamp things down on my mill.
Oh, I want to see how to do it then.
Easy.
Yeah.
There is a tube out there that shows how to do it. Make it extreme. I've done a vid on that. Although I thought it was rather bulky.
Yeah, he does slightly over the top, don't he? Make it extreme. It's just bit crazy. A magnetic holder. We used to use them on the Christ, it's the other mill. It's the miller with the actual thing moves back and forth. With the tip in it.
Surface grinder.
Surface grinder, right? So we used to use a magnetic plate on that, and I gotta be honest, you can just, you know, for if you just want to polish one side, you can just slap it on there and let the polisher go onto it, you know. Because I was going to do an hydraulic vice, whereas you had a foot pedal, you could just press a button and it'll vice up for you, like. Yeah, I think Finch thinks we're going to be on all night, but as I said, most of the a bit of gentle ribbing is good for everyone. Yeah, and I agree with that, Joe. It's the gentle part we can't get quite a grip of yet, because it's a sort of personal. It's a personal. It's all right. It is. It isn't. I mean, all right. Let's all laugh at Ian's lamp. I mean, even Ian laughed at this lamp because he then realised the fucking thing was brilliant. But he don't think it was. He don't think it was. But I'm telling you now, as a steel artist, it was fucking brilliant, and it was the laugh of the week. We fucking just rocketed on it, you know. The thing is, I try to do something more. I'm a positionist because I was a positioning engineer, so it's supposed to be spot on everything I do. Where I got into this habit of rather than take a mil off at the time on the lathe, I fucking try and get a fucking quarter of an inch off at a time, you know. And my mate comes here now, he's still at precision engineering. He said, how the fuck you get away with it? I'll never know. I said, well, I haven't got the time to sit here and go 1 mil at a time. I take off an eighth in it. And then when you get close to the target, then come down to your mil at a time. Oh, no, you're not supposed to do that. I said, fuck that. I said, I haven't got time. You're not going to disc grind fucking 4 inches, have you? If you can like disc cut 3 inches off and then just grind the last inch, fair enough.
I'm reading Hoodie's comment. We've already been there, Hoodie.
We need a blacksmith on the live chat, Rob. We did have one, and fair dues. All he got to do is apologise for what he said. No, don't. He didn't say, right?
It's what he posted.
Yeah. If you send me a private message, you can say anything you want in the world. You can take the lungs out of my body. Private message. But he went onto my Facebook page and did it there, where my kids read it, my grandkids read it, my friends read it, and I just thought it was a bit wrong and a bit crude. So I attacked, and I didn't ban him, did I?
No.
He still comes on now. He still comes in the chat room and says, "Hi boys, how's it going?" And I had to ignore him until I get some sort of an apology. I'll have to ignore him for the rest of his life, because it's absolutely nothing to me. Fuck me, I've had better shits than that one, you know. But it was badly said. I thought it was very badly said.
Yeah, it's well, you're falling over. Detail, but
Well, you can get a drink.
it's a national pastime, isn't it? And I don't think it goes over very well if you've had it all your life, you know.
You can't. I'm talking to Guido now because Guido knows what I'm talking about. You can't say anything to do with steel unless you've done it. I've been playing with steel now for over 50. Let's say 50 years. I went since I was 14, so I've been playing with steel. If anybody got the right to be called a fucking blacksmith, it got to be me. But I don't want to be called a blacksmith. Because I'm a fucking engineer. I'm not a fucking blacksmith. I'm not going to go out again and beat shit out of a piece of metal and say, look at this, it's a fucking flower. I'm not going to do that.
Well, you know, Robert, everybody can heat up a piece of steel and slam a hammer on it. That's not a great deal. Well, to be a blacksmith, it is not to heat up a piece of steel and slam a hammer on it. It is to know how to heat it up, how far you will heat it up, and what you want to do, and how you bang the hammer on it. This is what a blacksmith do. And well, I told it earlier to Ian. I like that guy. In person, I like him, but I don't like how he acts. Well, he is a fucking 18-year-old guy or 20-year-old guy, and telling me he is a blacksmith. Well, I know guys guys who are working with a hammer for about 40 years, and they don't call themselves a blacksmith. I always say I've been taught for a short time by a real blacksmith. This guy was 70 years old, and he showed me some things about blacksmithing. But I'm not a blacksmith.
Well, it's the same as a karate instructor, isn't it? You've got to earn it. You can't go into a room and say, "Listen, I'm a karate instructor. Come and have a fight with me." You've got to earn your black belt.
Yeah, I mean, the comment today, the comment I put on reply to Guido, and I said, "What is welding?"
A magic trick.
Yeah. I'm not a welder. I can stick some pieces of metal together. There's no way I'm a welder. I don't know the different properties of the different rods or the different steel that I won't ever use mild steel.
Oh yeah. You go over Jason some days, and there's another professional goes over there, and they absolutely talk me under the table. I haven't got a flicking clue what they're on about. Take this, and you got to turn this and turn that knob. Why have a TIG welder got 36 knobs on them?
Well, this is the thing I don't understand too, because when I started TIG welding, I had a really huge machine and 3 knobs on it. That's it. Today,
one of them was holding the torch.
Well, today you have a machine like a handbag and 45 knobs on it. And last week the guy who sells all that stuff came to our shop and asked me what we need. And I was welding, and he said to me, "You need a second TIG welding machine." I say, "I know, but what I need is what you don't have." He asked me why. I said, "What I need is a welder, just a knob to turn the light on, and to add the gas flow, and to shut off." No, he said to me, "So the standard to don't sell me a machine."
Yeah, there's some scary, as you say, if anything, I would have said I was a pretty good stick welder, because when I was an engineer, that's all we had. The MIG welders we had, we used to have to rebuild train engine wheels, you know, carriage wheels, and that's the only MIG welder what was in the shop. It was a giant thing which would just feed off a cable the thickness of a coat hanger, you know, to thicken up the wheels again. As soon as the wheels was fat enough again, they'd lift them off and then put them on the lathe, and we would then lathe them back down to the right size. But stick welding is what I was taught. I don't know nothing about MIG welding. I done TIG, which we got around Robert's shed here, and I got no idea what to do with it.
So you did a nice little fix on your torch there, Rob.
Yes, but the video I'm going to do tomorrow is going to shock you all.
You turned it over to a dince plug.
I won't add facing Robert. I've just been, you know, what's his name? Bob, I think Bob, Twitchy. He offered to send me a MIG welder from I'm back in America.
Guy.
I said, for flick's sake.
How would you go with the voltage though?
I don't know if we could alter the voltage on it. Anyway, cut the long story short, a fella was watching, and he said, I got two in the shed you can have if you come and get them. I said, oh, where are you? He said, Milton Keynes. Well, Milton Keynes, as you know, is on the top of London, and we're on the bottom of Wales. I said, what about if I send a courier? He said, yeah, that'll do, no problem at all. I said, you sure? He said, yeah, no problem at all. I said, right, how much are you? I'll send it via PayPal. He said, just pay for the courier.
Oh, a nice guy.
I love a nice guy. I'm gonna say
perfect. Well, I have a question to you. I saw you repairing your old welder. Why didn't you use a Euro connector?
I just said that.
It's more expensive than it's worth to convert.
So here, a Euro connector, what is it here? About 20 pounds.
Ooh, that's expensive.
The cable, the new Lance is 30 quid, but it'd take about 14 days to get here. So we had the one off Jason, and Jason thought it was an easy cut and splice, but it's not, because the wire runs down the middle of the airline, so I couldn't get that little white pipe down the side of it. It was quite an hard job, and as you saw halfway through, I just threw it and give up. But after I come back to life and said, yes, we can do it.
I actually know a little bit about that, because we had one of our sets converted at work, and the guy who does all our welder repairs, you know, he charged £100 for doing it. It wasn't what he done. It's not an easy. It's not for the faint-hearted.
No,
there's not a lot of room in them sets.
I mean, as I said, it's only a toy. I went on eBay and had a look at a couple. There was one on there wanted £100, and I said, no, it's the bid started £100. And I said, oh, if I give you £100 a day, because it was close, it was up Merthyr Tydfil, pretty close to you. I said, if I give you £100 a day, can I have it today? And he said, no. He said, I want more than that. I said, well, you've got no bids on it, so it might not even go, you know. But no, he was adamant. It was a nice little machine, but
I've actually got the same set that you've got in my garage, as well. Should I say, as well?
Supposed to be a good set. Probably was a good set, but I fixed everything on it. I fixed, you name it, and I fixed it on it.
Well,
it was given to me broke. That's why it was given to me. It was knackered. You know the thing, the little wheel with you got the spring.
Mine broke on there as well.
Well, I fixed that. That's an easy fix. That's on YouTube. Me fixing that. And then before that, I was fixing something else. And before that, I got 30 odd videos on fixing that thing. It was time. It was time it went. You can't fix things forever and ever.
Yeah. I let sort of kind of look in at. I had a friend who owned a scrapyard, and they decided the environmental laws were getting so tight, they decided to close the business. And he had this little Murex Tradesman 165 amp, and he let me have it for next to nothing. And since I've got that, I don't think I've ever switched on the little CD set. But, I need to get it going because I think using the 0.6 wire to doing the pig's legs that I do instead of using a 1 mil wire.
You can buy that bit you're talking about. You can buy that bit. You can buy the bit with there's a little motor on the other side of it, isn't there? A little.
There is.
Yeah. You can buy all that. It's all pennies, but I thought, well, you know, I'm supposed to be a clever git. I'll make it all, but I made it all. It did work, as you did see. So, but I'll take that set over the works, and I'll keep that one over the works, and have this new set coming down out the back.
Well, looking forward to seeing you set it up.
It's a snip turbo something, Mig Master, is it, something like that? It's not the greatest in the world. I'm not going to be celebrating, you know, and out the shed drinking a bottle of cider, but it's going to work, and it's going to do a lot better than this thing I got now. And I can't fault the man. I cannot fault him. He got 2 videos, and he said, well, you made me laugh all these years. I'm sending you a gift. You know. Some nice people out there, without a doubt there's some nice people out there.
You're blessed, Robert.
I think I've got nearly every nice person on the planet. I think I know them all now.
From? Where are you from, Mark?
Cappen. Mark Cappen, is it?
I get most of my gas free from, because we know the pub. I get the pub bottle, you know. I think a bottle is about 18 quid, isn't it?
Port Talbot, no. Port Talbot, is that just as Welsh? A cheap question.
Port Talbot's posh for Swansea, innit? So don't get friendly with him. Don't get friendly with Ian because he got friends in fucking Port Swansea. Neath, innit? Your friends are Neath, innit? Ian's your work's friends.
Have you unpacked yet, Robert?
Yes. That the mesher, that's heavy old stuff, innit?
You said you wanted the 8-inch ones as well. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it when they were delivered.
I'm going to put the 8s on the outside to start to pull in, and then the smaller ones on the inner side. So it's like a crocodile teeth, you know. And it's going to run off the lathe, look, because if I drop my lathe in low gear, there's no way on the planet you could stop it. That will pull anything through it, you know. Hopefully not my finger, but it should do it if I can. I'll build it so it sits up on top of the lathe. Into the chuck, lock it down, switch it on, and churn away.
Yeah, are you going to harden the teeth?
I don't think I'll have to for what I want to do with it. There was 2 things I wanted. One was the what are we calling it? Masher. And the other thing was a can crusher. I always wanted to make a can crusher, which could run off the leaf as well. It's just a matter of making it sit on top of the bed, clamp it on top. Yeah, and then your drive then goes into the. Rob taught me everything I know.
I just have a big. Well, it's I have a piece of not railway line, trolley line. You know what a trolley is, won't you, Rob?
Mm.
I have a piece of trolley line. It's only about that big. I just pick that up and smash it down onto the can.
Yeah. I did have a nice piece of railway track somewhere, but it disappeared. I don't know where it went. It was about a foot long.
Did you place it in front of your house, Robert? Like Ian?
No, I'll tell you about it afterwards.
Actually, we got Uncle Captain in as well.
Oh yeah, hello, Captain.
We're not. We've got to tell everybody we're not actually performing tonight. We're just sitting here having a chat, and it's nice to see people in. That's what I always like. I like interacting with people in the chat room, and you will get some good questions in there, and you get some funny people in there as well. You get some better laughs in there, and you do it, yeah. But it's nice to see Captain Jerk. Hi, Al. And the thing, I don't ask for subscribers no more. I think to go in somebody else's chat room and ask for subscribers, it never works. So I don't do that. Oh,
well, I think I've got to agree. When I first came on YouTube, and I spotted a guy, and I liked him, subscribed to him, some sort of engineering, and somebody else sent him a message saying, "This guy, sub for sub, please." This guy wrote back and said, "Sorry, I only subscribe to videos that I want to watch."
Very true.
I know we're public, I know we're live. I myself have done a sub to someone, and now my notifications is filling up with a guy out 3 videos a day. And I can't see the people I'm interested in, because every time I go to my notifications, there's it doesn't do anything that I'm interested in. And yet I'm in a position now that, well, do I unsubscribe him? I'm a bit stuck there.
We've done this subject 50 times because subscribers don't really matter, do they? It's people there in the chat room who's coming to chat to us, and it's the people who sat here on the bottom line here, which is actually you and Guido at the moment. I honestly, God, don't think subscribers got anything to do with it. So I don't ask for subscribers. I don't ask for them no more. I just don't. I'm still.
Well,
maybe.
Well, I never, Robert. I never did that. And when I started my channel, or when I started making videos, it was Hebe, I guess. She was the first comment were ever left in my videos, and she said I should keep going on. Well, what I said to her is, for me, this is a hobby, and I don't wanna add 2 videos a month, 1 video a week. I do it like I feel to do it, and this is why I only have 10 or 11 videos.
Yeah, but
and 40 and I have no more than 40 subscribers since about 6 or 8 months.
We said before why we do it, and I know Dizzy said exactly the same as I've said it. That I've sat here now for the last 7-8 years wishing I could talk to my father. Well, I got one picture of my father, and my father was absolutely a great man, and I got one picture of him. So I'm making sure my kids and grandkids or whatever, if they want to have a chat to me, they can come in front of the old YouTube, if it's still about, or my videos will probably still be floating around the planet somewhere, and they can have a chat to me. I think it'd be nice. It's the same as, funny enough, Andrew's sister, you know. She said, you know, do I mind if she watches the live nights when Andrew was with us? And I said, of course you can. I'd send them to you if you want. You know, because I've edited most of them, don't I? Edit them short, yes. So you know, people don't want to watch 5 hours of us chin wagging. So I don't look. Somebody said I cut the part of him out. Robert Nurden, I think it was. He said, yeah, you cut it out when we had an argument. I said, Bob, I didn't. All I do is I drag in this line and I drag in this line to what I think is about an hour, and then I edit it, and that's the end of it. YouTube does it all for you, don't they? So I don't cut people out.
Yeah.
Friends matter more.
I wonder if I can show you something here, Robert. Now, I don't want to be too focus in. Where does that go? Is that show?
Yeah.
There we are. Look at that. Wow.
Yeah.
That's 9 months. That.
Yeah. But when it does get up to they don't pay you till you get $60 in. After $60 is your first payment, and then you got $60 is what, 40 quid-ish. But then you got 40 quid for nothing. So you can take your missus out for a meal and whatever, absolutely free of charge.
And those, I don't monetize. I monetize very, very few of them, actually. Because as I see it, like the hidden treasures one, guys, for you to see what shit I've got in the shed. More views than it's already got, but.
No, I think we was talking about this the other night to somebody that YouTube got a habit of demonetizing me when the video is mainstream. When everybody is watching a video, I get the first, whatever it is, 300 hits, and I'm demonetized. And then as soon as the viewer starts slowing down into the dribs and drabbles, they then monetize it again. So it's just a little, I think they're playing games. You know the 2 videos I put up on telling people that our live night's going to be different? Both of them instantly demonetized. And I didn't say a word on it. I didn't say a word. It was a picture show. And they still hammered me for it.
I'm just looking at back onto chat. No, I've just noticed you've changed the heading. Poor Guido doesn't get a mention.
Yes, well, I had a picture of a girl on her showing her ass, but it was a girl on the beach. It wasn't nothing rude. All right, she had a beautiful ass on her, but it was clickbait. It was clickbait.
Oh, I fall for that all the time.
But I got 100 hits in seconds on it. But I don't care. I don't care if people clicked on it thinking it was a Rudy woman. Well, I wanted them to click on it to see that we're coming on Thursday as a question and answer program or live chat, whatever it's going to be.
Can I just answer a question? Somebody's commented on chat there. I think it's Huddy. Huddy says that rail anvils, rail track, you can make a good anvil out of them. I'm going to actually disagree with that. A lot of people do make anvils.
Mine was an anvil before it went missing.
Yeah, but they don't make a good anvil. They go thin in the middle. There is no mass.
Yeah, you lose some of the weight. Yeah,
and it acts more like a spring than it does as an anvil. An anvil it's the mass that takes the shock.
Yeah.
With
You're
all
right. You're right, Ian.
it bounces back. So
I
you're
think,
actually hitting it and you're losing a lot of your strike.
I think if you're talking about a blacksmith standard, yeah, but if you're talking about a little fella in a shed he can't spring a cat in, you know, you can use anything that comes around. You can use 2 bleeding hammers in a vice, you know.
That's true. I mean, that little device you made, that was good.
Just for the little shed, and it got 8 purposes for bending steel around the corners. That little eyeball thing we did in the end, and it's got a lot of uses for making little cars and stuff.
Mine's I've got a big chunk that's off the gap off a gap bed lathe, but it was the big gap bed, you know, that big. You know the bit that fits under the chuck.
Yeah.
So you can take your carriage right up to the chuck.
Yeah.
Well, I picked one of them up a long time from somewhere, and I use it as an anvil. I use it for all sorts.
Yeah. The more different shapes you got on an anvil is obviously the better. As you say, if you can stick something in an hole and bend it, it's got a use. If you got 2 holes in there, you can stick a pin in one and then you can wrap it around it. Everything got 1,000 different uses. That button rail is bouncy. You need a bullet rail. Its web is thicker.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, the one I had, which was a foot long, I could just about pick up, and I was only a foot long, you know, so it was awkward as to shift places. So I'm quite happy with what I got. As I said, I'd use 2.
I mean, we could go back to blacksmithing, but I think in my entire life, apart from being at school, second working, hit something hot and hard once or twice in my life. I just have no need for it.
I'd like to do videos on proving people wrong, because remember that you should never hit 2 hammers together, because it'll splinter and kill you and shoot splinters in your eyeball.
I'm dizzy about that.
The Mythbusters, I believe it were called the Mythbusters. They done it 200 times with every different hammer you could think of, and they hammered the shit out of them, and it was proven to be absolutely mother's bullshit.
But Dizzy will disagree with you. The hacks once with an hammer, and a piece shattered off and took his eye out.
Ooze.
Well, I tell you what, guys. One day I used to get an anchor in the bottom, and there was water. So I drilled a hole, put the anchor in, and I don't want to slam the hammer on that anchor because I'm going to be wet. So I didn't think about it. Second hammer, the hammer on the anchor, splinter shoot me here. It was under my skin, and I kept working that day. In the evening, I went to the hospital, and they had to cut it off and pull that splinter out. It was terrible. It was really terrible.
So it was part of the hammer or part of the anchor?
It was part of the hammer.
The hammer literally chipped off.
Yeah.
I mean, you know I do scrap. We scrapped an old drilling machine at work, a very old one, all cast iron. I took a sledgehammer, cast iron of the motor. A piece flew off and hit me straight there, but I was wearing my glasses. It broke my glasses, but if I had to have broke my glasses, it would have broke my eye.
Yeah.
It's just one of those. It's an accident, and happens so fast. That's how accidents happen, isn't it?
Well, the Mythbusters, they must have done it. They must have done it 200 times, and they.
Yeah, I've seen I saw the episode.
Yeah. They swung and they swung and they swung. And fair dues to them people. They tried their hardest to prove people.
Well, not only that, Robert. They went and got blacksmith hammers, which had been work hard. They got new hammers. They tried every sort of combination of hammers.
Yeah. So yeah,
I mean,
perhaps Guido was.
My dad used to say to me, chisels and all the end were mushroomed over. You know, so you used to be very careful.
Yeah, it might have been a bad thing. Yeah, remember like the old the Boaster, one of the Boaster chisels, and the top of it used to mushroom all over, big mushroom on the top as you kept it in it.
And all my life in using a mushroom chisel, I've never broke a piece off.
Yeah. No, they get sharper, don't they, when they're really long, and you've got to grind them off occasionally.
Hitting it hard enough. So this is what happens when there's three of us. We get a pregnant pause.
No, because we're actually reading the texts as well. Because Average Joe just said, you know, Peace jumped off and went through his mate's cheek. It was a railway engine.
Everybody says it was funny.
Well, talk about hammers and the blacksmiths. Well, blacksmiths have flattened hammers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hammers that you pull on the heat treat on the iron and then slam another hammer on it. There, it will never happen. Why? Because the flattened hammer are only on the front heat treated.
I think if your hammer come from China, it might do it.
Well, I will never use a hammer that comes from China.
You just never know, do you? Because everybody's into this making the cheapest possible thing that looks pretty, but you haven't got a clue how it works, but it looks nice, so you buy it. Hence the plasma, which I got ripped off on. So you never know what's coming around the corner.
Well, but Robert, your second plasma is also from China. You only bought it in Germany.
The second one I got from Germany. The one I still got.
Well, it's still a China plasma cutter.
Yeah, I should think it's still there, because all the boxes are the same, innit? They just change the label on them. It's just a longer way around. It goes to Germany first, then comes to me. No, I've never had. First thing you obviously do is take the plug apart and see if it was the same problem. But no, and I haven't had a day's trouble with this other one.
Well, maybe the first plasma cutter was produced on Mondays.
Oh, we've had a bad Monday today. 6 people done today at work. 6 welders not turning. We call them Bob.
Well, Ian, I tell you what. I'm the 7th welder who felt really bad this morning. Well, at 12 o'clock 12 o'clock, I was thinking about going home because I really didn't feel well.
You were sick of that container?
Yeah, but I finished it today. And that guy came to pick him up, and he watched the container and saw the weldings and said, well, the weldings could have been a little better. Well, I watched him and I told him, well, I can't make gold out of a piece of shit. So pick up this container, go away, and never come back with it.
I can.
Do it.
No, I can make gold out of a piece of shit, and it's I could weld. But Robert, I mean, he was trying to weld what, an 8 milli gap.
I can weld any gap. The helicopter's out again. I don't know if you can hear that. We have a helicopter hovering just outside my window every couple of days because this is the main thieving area. Can you hear it or not?
No, I don't hear it.
Just outside my window. I asked the thing.
Yeah, it's a bit of an unusual design, your estate, Robert, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a strange story that went with it, and I'll tell you a quick story about it. We had a pile of students come down because across the road from us is a microchip factory. So a gang of students come down there to go there, but they got there early on the coach, so they decided to walk around our estate. And I was stood at the front, and he said, "Oh," he said, "these are funny shaped houses." I said, "Yeah." He said, "We're actually meeting the designer at the university." He said, "Is there any chance we can come in and have a look? And could you give us some questions we could ask this famous designer?" And I said, "Yeah, a couple of questions. Ask him, what do we do? What do we do with the spare bit of carpet? Because our front room is a triangular shape. So when you can only buy carpet in square pieces, so you've got to cut and waste like 6 foot up the one wall." So I said, "Ask him what he does with a spare bit of carpet." And they said, "What do you think this estate needs then?" And I said, "A fucking bulldozer."
Yeah, but from Google Earth, it looks quite nice.
It was designed to take a nuclear blast. If Cardiff was bombed with a nuclear warhead, the aftershock when it got to Newport is supposed to bounce over our houses and none of us would ever get hurt. Isn't that pretty? You can believe it, can you? If we do get a nuclear strike, I want to be the first one to go. I do not want to be hanging around to see what happens next.
It was in the paper today, and it's hard to believe. But in the paper, they've done a survey and asked a lot of people, "Have you got a plan? Apocalypse." And literally, there's 40% of the population, or of the people they interviewed, who said, "Yes, I have a plan for the zombie apocalypse." And he asked them what it was. He said, "I'm not going to tell you because we want the edge on the people that haven't got one." Well, I've watched Walking Dead, so I've got my plan.
I don't think you'd want to be alive because it would be flicking horrible out there, I'm telling you now.
Well, Robert, I'm a bit like you. I've had a few good lunches. So I'm too much of a good feed for them, and so I run them.
Yeah, but the thing is, they all go down them little holes, and you got your like tin of beans and whatever, and you're going to come up 2 years later and think the trees are growing, and it's just going to be a complete flat fucking desert land. So you go downstairs in your little bunky thing and live down there for 2 years. Yeah, they can take.
Is that a bit like living in my shed?
Well, I'm all right, see, because the aliens would come straight and pick me up and whisk me off before it all happened. So I'm still on their side. Because I wanted to write, when I wrote on the bottom of there, I put Wales, England.
Oh yeah, England with a small E. Yeah, I did notice.
Alien, that's right.
Well, look at Wizard. You always need a plan. Wizard, do you have a plan?
The shit I took about leaving the S out on the Thursday. Did you notice that? The shit I took about that, right? So the first piece of shit to have a go at me was Rob Nurden. And he said,
"Yeah, I followed the comments."
He said, "You left the S out on a thing." And I said, "Did I do it on purpose?" He said, "Well, I thought you was the brainy one." I said, "Yeah, but did I do it on purpose? Because if I've had 100 hits."
Okay, well, anyway, guys, thank you for the chat, and it's been wonderful. So, Vin, We're just finishing here. We're just winding up.
You'd had 100 hits more by leaving the essay than the other one. So I said, right, so who's the brainy one now? So, you know, you can't talk to me about advertising and stuff, because I've run my own business for fucking 50 years. I know everything to do with advertising and window shoppers and what to catch their eyes and whatever. The man got 21 fucking subscribers and he's telling me how to run my business. Unflicking believable. But funny. So how's it going, Uncle Vince? That is definitely not you.
It must be Monday. It obviously is Monday. Holy crap.
Can you put that hat on back to front or something? Right, Todd, like, Vince is going to...
It must be Monday. Oh my gosh.
I
try to get here, but just the phone just keeps ringing. You know, that's just the way it goes today.
You've not actually missed anything.
I had it playing in the background while I was on the phone, so I don't know. Have I not missed anything? What'd you get figured out?
Well, what did we figure out? Nothing much.
Nothing.
It is. Well, Vincent, it is the same like I said on Saturday. The biggest problem is conversation in Hangouts. Well, if 8 people are in Hangouts and 8 people talk together, you understand that you don't understand anything.
What?
Why?
He's had some problems with his microphone tonight.
What does he say?
What we on tonight?
Drinking.
Tonight we're
Whiskey.
visiting Ireland tonight.
Irish whiskey.
So sometimes when I go home, I can say, I'm going to have a paddy tonight. Argument.
Is that what it usually means? A paddy is an argument?
Yeah, you know, little children, they have paddies in the supermarket. A paddy is a little fit, a little argument.
I'd never heard that term before. But there's lots I haven't heard.
That's one of the things we actually mentioned earlier, that Guido picks up on a lot of the phrases that we use. Like that, for example, having a paddy, fishing cats and dogs, things like that. He's quite good at it.
So what did you guys talk about? Did you talk about number of member numbers, or how we're going to go about having everyone talking at the same time, or what do you think there?
We've had about 10 odd questions for Thursday. So as I said, I'm going to send everybody a copy come Thursday. I'll send every one of you a copy of these questions, and then you can jump in if you find one amusing. There is one amusing, our footy scum for Vince. And we'll try and get answers to these people. Some are obviously funny and some are obviously a bit serious, you know, but it's we can still have a chat like we're having, but if we're getting quiet or if we get bored, we can then jump in with a question of a viewer or of a friend out there in the chat room and break it up a bit.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So I've got 10. I think I've got about 10 questions so far. So if you lot connect on your next video, I will borrow that picture of us saying, if you send it to Robert, send it to.
We go.
Right. If you can, that picture I did with Thursday night is going to change or whatever. If you could add that to your video, to your videos, and then try and get some your viewers to chuck in some questions as well, you know. So if it's an interesting question, they're going to come on the chat room to let you give them a name shout, and they'll get their question hopefully answered.
That sounds good to me. Yeah.
Because
wasn't the point of tonight's meeting, that, you know, for want of a better word, called how we act, how we behave? Has joined us. Has now added another element of another person who may want to speak, may want to answer whilst I'm answering, as Robert may want to answer as I'm answering.
Yeah, well,
what we've got to take between ourselves is a decorum.
If we can't answer them, we go to Paul Fredericks.
That's a good point.
I think Paul can answer nigh on anything.
What do we? Yeah, I know what you're saying, Ian, and that's a problem we've been having for quite a while. Is that, you know, one of the guys, you know, either me or whoever, one of the guys says something, and then and the people in the chat go ahead and say something if you want to, if you have a solution for this. But what happens is everyone wants to get their piece in at the same time. Everyone wants to talk at the same time, and then it's just a
chaotic.
It's just a mess. It's just a mess.
Yeah, well, I think that could be maybe me because I tend to get a bit drunker later on, and I do answer more abrupt and quicker than most people.
Okay, well then basically you can't drink anymore, so we'll that's that fixed. So.
Okay, yeah. As of yesterday, I won't drink no more.
Yeah. Don't drink any less either, but no more.
Yeah, but I gotta be honest. Like tonight, I've sat back and relaxed. I haven't got into any sort of stresses. I've sat back and relaxed, and I've had I've gone through like 6 bottles, so you know, no pressure.
No. So how do we go about stopping this? Because I think what happens is the more that all of us drink, the more we're less likely to wait for the other guy to stop talking. We just butt in, we just cut in and stuff like that.
Well, the answer is we drink.
We do go on for 5 hours, don't we, some nights? So
sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long time, but sat here drinking 5 hours. And then having a piss took out of you because you got to get up and go to the toilet. At least I show my ass. At least I show my ass, Ian. We haven't seen Ian's ass yet, have we?
So what does everyone else do? Anyone who has these live shows, what do they do how do they take turns without, you know, all sitting there blankly?
I've never seen one with this amount on there.
Yeah.
What do you say, Robert?
I've never seen another live show with 6 to 8 people talking at the same time.
This is what I wanted. Some shows, even from German YouTubers. Questions. That's what they do.
From a bit of lag.
Didn't catch like you.
I thought he had a seizure.
Sorry, Vincent.
I didn't catch that. You froze.
You froze.
Oh, I said I watched some live shows, even from German YouTubers, and they all sit in front of a camera asking answering people's questions.
Yeah, because if you got like a lead spokesman who's got all the questions and he's all right, I'm going to ask Vince a question, let him answer. I'm going to ask Gildo. I mean, as AC Days is saying there, like he did a solo show. All my shows used to be solo. We went Dizzy's now is slowly introducing a guest, but he'll only have 1 guest. You wouldn't have 6 or 7 on the bottom, and as we was talking earlier, we had 9 on the bottom. One week we had 9 people in. So you gotta go on.
It's sort of a unique problem then, you're right. And I don't know if there really is a solution for it, or if we just say, well, that's that's just the norm. We just go with that. I'm not too sure.
We're still going to get the viewers, whatever happens. We're going to
Yeah,
get the viewers because
yeah.
these people would like us. Will
I
come
just,
and see
yeah.
what we're doing.
I think it becomes frustrating though Ian's trying to talk right now. It becomes frustrating for the guys that want to talk. You know what I mean? It's not just, I mean, it's good for the viewers. They get to listen to a whole bunch of crap flying around, but then for all of us, it gets frustrating, right?
That's what I mean. Doing with the chat room as well. We've done it once or twice, and we've had a really good night just by listening to people in the chat room.
Yeah.
You know, listening and answering, and some of them we used to have some very funny people. Ta-ra, Captain. It was nice seeing you. I did watch your live the other night, mate. You was polishing your doodly doodlers. I was watching.
I missed Dizzy's show on Saturday night. I ended up watching Wonder Woman.
I was out. I come back in and Dizzy was on, so I thought, well, I'll have an hour with Diz, which I had an hour because you just go on and pretend you're there, and then disappear and go to sleep. But Easy D's, they say that right? Because I've had a couple. Easy D done a live night. He done a musical night. Maybe people like the chaos. It's true. You just don't know. I think if we kept it all right, everybody knows everybody's blood types now, so that there should no longer be argy-bargies and piss taking. Yeah, we can all have that because if you said, "Oh, did you put the wheel on backwards on the monkey bike?" Oh, we can all have a laugh. It's a joke and a thing.
Yeah, last Thursday, a guy joined called Danny P. Now he reckoned I looked like one of his testicles. Now I've had to have a little think about that, and I'm thinking, what a shame for the poor bugger. What happens when he ever gets a woman? Providing he likes a woman that way, but having a bollock looking like my mush.
I made you an administrator. You just fucking ban him. Don't take it.
Yeah, haven't got the power. There's 3 little dots in the right hand side.
The thing is, I've never banned anybody. All I'm gonna do is give them you click on them 3 little buttons, it'll tell you, give them a 300-second timeout. What's 300 seconds?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. You give them
tonight.
Give them a 5-minute timeout, and then they can come back in and that's the end of it. Not another word mentioned. Unless it's Rob Nurden and just keep having a go.
Karen's got a point. She's saying this show is lively. Some of the live shows, it's like watching deer. Now, assuming she means somebody like, is it lizard? Like that?
That's right. Even I'm sat back tonight. I'm cooling out, like. It's nice to have new faces on the without a doubt. It's nice to have a new face on there. And all right, we do rib them occasionally. We give them a good old wind up, but I just think sometimes it goes too far.
That is the difficulty, as I've always said. Someone new, myself, you go back to the old. I would say you, Robert, are a little bit more sensitive than some people.
Well,
yeah, I work in a factory where there's 70 men.
Yeah.
And it's all full of testosterone and it's piss taking all day long and it's merciless.
Well, the thing is,
you bring that out. Obviously, you bring it home. But we're a group who are beginning to know each other's boundaries.
I worked for one person when I was 17 in a factory, in a engineering factory, and I lasted till I was, I think, 21, 22, and then I decided to go self-employed, and I've never worked for anybody from that day to this day. People's worked for me, and everybody who worked for me loved me because I was a friendly fella, but I was a friendly up to a point that take the piss out of me, I'm going to throw you out the fucking window. And in them days, I probably could have, and I probably did a few people, but now, just take the piss out of me. I can't do nothing because you're too fucking far away, ain't you?
Now, if we go back to last Thursday, I don't want to wake anything up, but I mean, AZ came along and the story about that bridge, which, to be honest, I found was quite interesting, that there's a plaque in the middle of the bridge. I don't know how it went on, but I do remember him coming on saying something about soldiers, and I thought, oh, well, that's not so clever. And I think at that point,
that's when the button went down. When the soldier, because the thing is, most youngsters today, their fathers wasn't a soldier. My father was a soldier. My father was a fucking good soldier. He was in the Navy, and the fucker, he was sank twice, and he was the one who couldn't swim. Now, to be in the Navy and have a ship sink under your feet and not be able to swim was a fucking pretty hard thing, but he survived. And I think you gotta have a father who was in the army or some military thing, and you don't have to put on a strange hat and act like a fucking retard. What Dizzy's mate did the other week, which I was disgusted with. There's no need for that. There's no need at all.
That's what I'm saying. It's you don't know you've reached that boundary or crossed it, and once we know each other, then you no longer cross those boundaries. You know, the four of us are talking tonight. We're all friends. We know each other well. If Jason was to join now,
it's the same thing. You know, you wouldn't have somebody talk about your mother, would you? You wouldn't have somebody talk.
No.
If she's alive and if she's dead, I don't think you'd have somebody talk about your mother. So there's always that protected edge on you. The youngsters today, as far as blacksmiths and whatever, they haven't got a toot in the world. They haven't got a care in the world. You know, they can get everything for fucking £3.50. They can get 6 hammers and a fucking anvil for a fucking tenner off Amazon. And that's it. They didn't have to work. They didn't have to work for the stuff they got. Not like we had to. Is that right, Keith, or not? Did you work for your stuff, or are you watching fucking Coronation Street?
Say it again, Robert.
Did you have to work for what you got?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Average Joe's hit the nail on the head. No, sorry. I'm guilty.
What do you think, Robert? What do you think, Robert? That somebody very rich came to me and said, "You can have all you want." Never in my life.
Yeah, but today you can, because everything is so cheap and nasty. You can have a shed bigger than mine, fuller than mine, but it's full of shit. But you're still gonna my shed is full of shit, but I'm a blacksmith. It doesn't work like that, do it?
No.
I mean, Vince's shed is pretty fucking well stocked, isn't it? It's a pretty nice looking shed you got there.
Yes.
Ian's not. For fuck's sake, mention Ian.
Yes.
Ian's not bad. He got some good stuff in there, but he's not sorted out yet because he's not into making things. He's still into his old ways of scrapping things. If he turns into an artist, what we're calling now scrap artist, metal artist, steel artist, fucking piss artist, if he turns into one of us, then he'll want his bench to make stuff on, where he don't want his bench to make stuff on. He wants it to scrap.
Well, Robert, in my last video, Ian asked me how did you ask it?
How do you keep your bench so tidy?
Yeah. This is what he asked me. Well, it's quite simple. I clean it up every day.
I clean up after every project. So if a project takes a month, I will not clean up for a month.
Well, I must say, Robert, in the first videos I saw from you, it was a pile of scrap on your bench, and now it is very clean.
No, it's not.
What I see in your videos.
Yeah, I try to clean if I'm going to start a new project, then I'll try and clean ready for it, you know?
You can always tell when Rob starts a new project because his bench is clean, but by the time he's finished, it's a disaster.
What do they call it? The blank canvas, isn't it? You can have a blank canvas to start, and you can lay your goodies down and think, all right, I'm going to make so and so today.
Since we were talking about it anyway, let's talk about some more, and let's talk about Darren, Hazy Days. So what do we think? What do we think went on there? Was it a misunderstanding? Was it did something get said? That what do you guys think here?
We've already just.
He took the piss out of me a couple of times. There was 3 or 4 accounts that I counted. Now when I had a problem with Grim Reaper, if you remember the Grim Reaper scenario.
Yeah.
I watched the video again and I wrote down exactly what he said. I'm a fat fucker, big-headed bastard, and I wrote it all down. So I actually cut all these little bits of video out and made a video ready, because he did a video about me, didn't he? Robert Nurden got a problem with me, blah blah blah. So I then cut all these little clips out of what he fucking said on my show. He come on there trying to sell his wares, where I was trying to sell my wares. You don't go on somebody else's show and say, oh yeah, I sell that as well, why don't you buy mine? It's probably better. You don't do that. So yeah, I got annoyed with Grim Reaper, and he's the only man I've ever banned, man. I did ban him for fucking ever and ever and ever, and I never particularly want to see the man again in the rest of my life. I do not trust people who wear sunglasses in a fucking house in the night and with guns around in people's fucking faces. I thought it was actually all wrong. So, yes, I did have a problem with him. You don't go on other people's shows and try and steal their fucking limelight. But what about Darren? What about Darren though? What about Hazy Days? Well, I watched a bit of the video back, and you know, there was a bit of piss taking on me. You know, do you think you're not fucking clever or something because I put that silly hat on? You know, it was little things niggling me. About the piss taking. I think there was about 6 shots took at me. Not as good as Ian's. Ian's does fucking brilliant fucking piss taking, but and yeah, I got slightly wound, and then I don't
know I'm doing it.
I saw the texts to Karen, and you know I watch everything in the corner of my eye. Text is going out to Karen, and then I don't know. It was close to the button, and then we went on as Ian said. He said, "Oh, you're not going to talk about fucking dead soldiers," and that was the button.
Yeah, we got talking about you said, if you're going to talk about a bridge, talk about the bridge on the River Kwai. And then I come on and said, if you ever go to the Arboretums, they've got a piece of the bridge there. And that's where actually Hazy came back and said, talk about some, you know, dead soldiers, and that's, yeah, it was.
Okay, so do we have a misunderstanding, or do we? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it was a misunderstanding because later on I think the week before, he came on quite powerful, and you know, he was in everybody's faces because he wanted to be known, and oh, look at me, I'm Sandra D, I does everything. I play guitar, I do this, I do that, and I think everyone on here fucking plays guitar, but we don't shout about it. But at the end of the show, when he settled down and everybody got to know him, he was a fucking hell of a good lad. He was a hell of a nice fella.
I'd say so.
And then this week...
Well, he's listening to us talk now because he's in the chat room.
Well, yeah, I mean, we have the opportunity now to talk about it and figure it out, or we just say, well, fuck it, and that's the end of it. So...
No, I will not ban him. He's as I said, I won't ban anybody unless I really got to press the bigger button.
We need the young blood. Yeah, as Guido says, there's 360 years of experience here.
I think we recognize that there's always going to be a problem when we got, you know, what we got. We have 4 of us right now. Usually we have 5 of us, 6 of us. Anytime you add somebody in new that hasn't been with us since Christ, you go back Christmas time, before Christmas, anyone who hasn't been around that long is going to have a bit of a time breaking into that. So there's always, you know, if they want to talk at all, they have to break in with something. And usually when they break in, it's going to be a bit of joking or piss taking, you know, and
it seemed to be
or they won't talk at all. I mean,
it seemed all to be aimed at me again. An old fucking mugging here. The oldest twat sat in the fucking room. And, oh, let's visit the old cunt. It just wasn't happening. Even I'm swearing now. But
you're saying that, Robert, and you know, I mean, I've been called a tit and I've been called a testicle. I mean, what's in between? I mean, do these kids know the bodies these days?
I didn't see that because where was it? I think it was Dizzy's show. Somebody come on with a couple of crews, and I think it was actually he was on here earlier, and I said, Dizzy won't put up with it, you know. Dizzy, you can see Dizzy's eyes. He gets very embarrassed about a couple of comments, and he thinks, "Oh, what should I do? What should I do?"
Wayne's joined us.
Hey, Wayne.
And I think, well, if you're going to ban somebody, ban him. Or give him the 300-second.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't go on somebody's show and let's go back to Rob Nurden, because he's such an example. Oh, well, your name is the same as mine, so that gives me fucking rights. And then you upset him, Vince, saying, or is it, no, Dizzy upset him. Dizzy said, you're nothing like the Rob Nurden we know, which is fucking true, isn't it, for fuck's sake?
That's true.
And then you upset him by saying the only time I want to see your lips is when I'm undoing my fly, which was absolutely perfectly done.
I did say.
Honest to God, he came back with 552 apologies.
Well, Robert, see what Stu wrote. He said, get him live so he can answer to what is going on with him. Maybe it's a good idea to get Hazy Days in the Hangouts.
It's nothing wrong with that. A man's got to be able to stand up for himself, or even.
It's not a fucking courtroom. We're not.
No, you're right. It's not a courtroom.
We're stating our points of view because we are the committee. You're administrators now, so you got as much rights. I've given every one of you as much rights as I've got. You can have the fucking whole lot if you want. If you want to transfer this show onto your name, you could do it by tomorrow afternoon. It's not that. It's not that. But AZ is just something else we're talking about at the moment. If it wasn't AZ, it was Rob Nurden. If it wasn't Rob Nurden, it was fucking I'm a fucking pirate. If it wasn't I'm a pirate, it was fucking Rob Nurden again. And then it was fucking Grim Reaper. We went through a list of them. And they're all still welcome on you. Bar Grim Reaper, I will not have him on you. But, you want me to send him a fucking invite as well?
I think we didn't ever really touch on, we probably should have talked about it earlier on, a long time ago. But we've never really set a number as how many guys in video are we going to have at one time? Are we going to have 10? Are we going to have 6? Are we going to have 5? Or, we never really have set on a number that we only have 6, we only have whatever. Yeah, and then if we can have that number, but then we can have guests as well. But if we're going to have guests, we should chat about it first, maybe.
But if they're friendly people,
yeah.
If they got something to offer, they're not coming in here just to fucking piss take us. Piss take by all means, all right? We're going to say piss take by all means, but do it lightly.
Yeah.
And not do it to me, because I will not put up with it. All right, as Ian said, I seems to be the one that reacts fastest to somebody piss taking me.
Can I throw something in as a out of the box? I don't want you to take offence at this, Robert. created here. You had a live show, and we've all joined. Is it a live show? You had a live. We all joined in the chat, and then you introduced Google Hangouts, and we've all joined on Google Hangouts. Controversial is, when do you lose ownership of that? You're saying it's my show. Yeah, you're hosting the show. You can't deny that. Your show, no. Or is it our show? I know it's a difficult. It's not an insulting thing. It's saying.
No, I know, but it's sort of like when somebody invites somebody else on your channel, you got to say, "Well, hang about a minute. Ask the other people first."
Yes, 100% agree.
Me and Vince talked about this, and we say, I said, "Who invited so and so on you?" And he said, "Well, I never, Rob." And I said, "Well, somebody did. He just." I'm sat here minding my own fucking business, and the next minute a little face pops up in the bottom, thinking, "How the fuck do you get on you?" So we kind of like have a little private little wink or a little private thumb saying, "Yes, let's get him on. Yes, he can come on." Not dragging somebody that I won't say his name, but Vince knows who I am. Vince fucking hates him, and I said, "Yes, let's get him on," knowing damn well Vince. And then if I would have let him on, I knew Vince would have been fucking upset about it. And I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to let this fella on. I'm looking after Vince's fucking interests, and that's the way all of us should do it. If we don't want somebody on, have a little wink or say, "What do you think, Rob?" or "What do you think?" And then yes, bring him in, chuck him in the middle of the room, and take the piss out of him all night.
It's that's a good thing. That just made me think of something, because we all are able to talk behind the scene. All of us that are they're kind of on the panel here. We all have Messenger. We all have a group chat going on quite often behind the scenes. So yeah, I mean, if one of us wants to say, "Hey, such and such wants to come in, should we let them in?" We can talk about it beforehand. It doesn't have to be knee jerk like that. So
I think if you read John Flanagan's,
yeah,
that is absolutely unbelievable.
Hello, Hatred.
Easy. You're not on trial here, mate. Don't think you're on fucking trial.
I know.
It was your birthday. You was well under fucking piss par, like most of us was.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yep.
We can hear you.
Yeah. I just want to say I appreciate you even giving me another chance, to be honest. I can see where the misunderstanding happened, clearly. I was a bit pissed. I bored Rob with my bridge story. Anything I was saying towards you, Rob, like taking a piss, it was purely just having a laugh, mate. It was nothing personal. The more you get to know me, the more you'll realise that it's purely just having a joke.
Honestly, I let Ian take the fucking piss out of me now, and I've known Ian probably about 2 years, which is fair comment.
I mean, I can be a bit much for some people. It's understandable, and considering you only met me sort of 3 times on the show,
you're one of them people that if you like you fucking like you.
Yeah, and if you don't like me, then you fucking don't like me. Feel like you, Rob.
Well, yeah, but going back to that, I've been my own boss for 50 fucking years. I just won't put up no shit. And the only thing that I'm not a boss of now is fucking health and safety, because that's what wrecked my company. Because Pratt's wouldn't do what they were told because of health and safety. I can't pick that up. It's just a fucking bag of cement. Yeah, I'm not allowed to pick that up. It's too heavy for me.
Yeah, it's fucking nonsense there.
Oh, I can't do it. I haven't got safety glasses.
I'm no good working for other people. I've always been my own boss. Well, not always. Like younger years, I've worked for people, obviously, but I always work for myself, like, you know.
Well, it's the only way.
But one thing I do want to address is when you thought I was slagging off dead soldiers, which purely I wasn't. my point, when I said that, basically, I was being told not to talk about bridge because it was a welding show and engineering. And then Ian started talking about a story and he said dead soldiers, and me being pissed. And it was just my little thing saying, oh, if I can't talk about fucking bridge, then we can't talk about dead soldiers. Know what I mean?
Going back to the bridge story.
No disrespect to dead soldiers. I mean, I've served in the military myself.
Whoa.
Let me tell you about the bridge story, right? I watched the video. I've seen it. Word for word, sentence for sentence, everything about it I saw. Then you want to tell me about it again on my show, word for word, sentence for sentence, bit for bit. And then you want to tell all these people in this room about something they haven't got a fucking care in the world about. You want to tell them all about a fucking bridge, which I've heard now 3 times, word for fucking word, word for fucking word. Now, be honest, I got about fucking 5 years left in this fucking body. I'm not going to fucking sit here listening about somebody talking about a fucking bridge.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
If I was fucking 26, great. I'm fucking 64. That means I got less than probably 4 or 5 years on this planet. I'm not sitting here listening to him about a fucking bridge.
Fair enough. And you were having a shit week, so it's all understandable.
Yes, I've had a shit week. I agree with that.
And yeah, so
one of the things
I can only apologise. And it purely was a misunderstanding, me being a little bit fucking boisterous and loud. And
no, I give you the perfect excuse. I jumped in straight for you on your side, saying it was your birthday. You had plenty to drink, but you wanted to tell me about it.
But it wasn't specifically for you, though, Rob.
Ian, did you want to know about the transport I can fucking bought a bridge?
No, let me tell you the reason. Listen to this.
I was actually riveted.
Right.
Lying bastard.
Well, I can tell you how many rivets are in the bridge if you want.
Yeah, I painted it fucking twice. I worked at the bottom of it fucking 20 years.
The only reason that I actually done that video on the bridge was because the only time I've ever stopped there in my whole life, and I mean, I've drove past there plenty of times, the only time I've ever stopped there, it was closed, and when I read the plaque, it was 111 years to the day that it was opened. So I just thought it was interesting, you know? Like, what are the chances?
That transport bridge, just to clarify, I can't remember how many you said there was in the world. Less than 10 anyway, I'm quite positive of that.
7, we're all in Wales.
So that transport bridge, that's a aerial lift bridge, which is another name for it. And there's a place I drive by every year to go skiing, and they have an aerial lift bridge. That's quite a unique thing. I thought, man, it seems like the same thing we're talking about, but it is. It's in Duluth, Minnesota.
There's two in the UK, and I think there's only 6 in the world. So,
okay.
Yeah, don't quote me on that. I might be a bit wrong, but I know there's not many left.
I know there's not many.
Like working, like, you know.
Easy, let me throw something at you, which is to the point. There's now 1, 2, 3, 5 of us. We're getting up to a good group. How do we act as a group live on a Thursday? And you're all being very polite now and letting me speak without any interruptions.
We're not drunk.
That's the point. How do we act on a Thursday? Introduce another.
Well, I've only seen. Are you asking me how do I come across?
That's
as
a good point right there, and this is what just happened.
Whoa! Stop
is
it.
that Darren wanted to talk?
Guido, speak.
Well, remember what I said in the beginning of this hangout? Well, if we are all in the same room, we can all talk together. What happened tonight was we were 3 people in hangouts. Later, we were 4 people in hangouts. One guy is talking, the others are listening. So now we're people all started time. So this is not how it works. If we are in the same room and we face to face, we can talk all together. So in Hangout, it will not work. And this is what guys like Hazy, sorry, but you need to understand, if someone is talking or if Robert is asking Ian something, let Ian talk, and if he's finished talking, then give your answer or talk. Doesn't matter to me. But if Ian is talking and you talk louder, I don't hear what Ian want to say.
Yeah, I understand that. Ian was talking to me though, wasn't he?
No, Robert asked Ian, and at the moment that Ian started talking, you talked the same time and you talked louder. So I didn't hear what Ian said. I heard what you said.
Ian was talking to me. Ian asked me how I think that your group dynamic comes across on a Thursday.
That's correct. This is why Guido.
Well, it was before Ian started that thing.
Yes, but
Yeah.
Guido, I was as guilty 3 minutes ago, and I had to apologise to you. You was talking to Robert, and I come in with my version, and I had to say, "Well, I understand. Sorry, Guido, you're talking." You know,
Well,
you have to learn to when someone else is speaking.
well, guys, when we start our Thursdays on Hangouts, the first 5 or 10 minutes, you hear me talking, and the rest of the night, you don't hear me talking. Ask yourself why. It is not that I don't want to talk to you guys. It is I can't say anything, and you guys get what I want to say, because one of you guys has something in his mind, and then he starts talking immediately. So nobody will hear me.
Yeah, well,
That's why I'm so quiet.
that's what I'm saying is we need to know, should we let somebody in the room or not let somebody in the room. If we're happy with somebody, fair enough, but does that mean we got to let him every week for the rest of my life?
Well, it is
We don't have to, no.
Because Wizard used to come in, didn't he? But Wizard wasn't very chattable. He just sat there and waved to us occasionally, and then eventually we managed to get 4 words out of him. Wizard would rather sit in the chat room talking there, but we did manage to drag him in the one night. So you got to come into this room on our level and talk about the things we want to talk about. That's why we invited you in.
Yeah, you're talking to me. Yeah,
Is that right?
yeah, of course it is. Obviously, yeah.
Do you think all 6 of us, if there's 6 of us in here, all 6 of us wants to stop talking now and listen to you talking about a fucking transporter bridge? No, it's not. Honest to God, it's serious, because I lived on that fucking bridge. I'm a Pill boy. I was born in Pill, right across the road from the transport. I know every fucking nut and boat on it. I'm not saying it was a coincidence you went there on the day fucking Father Christmas was there. It means nothing to me. What all I said is I watched the video, so I knew the video. It was like somebody playing the same song over and over and over. You know, you leave the arm up on the record player. And I thought, well, I've heard this story before. And then I turned around, and then all of a sudden he was talking to somebody else about exactly the same thing. I thought, fucking hell, you heard this story 3 times now. It was pissed, and I'm on your side, saying you were pissed, so we're giving you that sort of leeway.
I agree. Yeah.
But it was the most.
Well, guys, I guess what we all need to think about is the behavior in Hangouts. So how we act in Hangouts. It is, see what happened. Now that I talked about it, that 8 people talk at the same time, nobody get any answer from anyone. We all wait. Robert is talking, Hazy say nothing, then I start talking, everybody else is quiet. That's the way it works.
Yes, it's working.
Quite often, Guido, somebody will say something fairly ambiguous. You know, they'll just throw the question out there. They'll throw a statement out there. And because it's not directed at one particular person, everyone thinks it's directed at them. So everyone talks, or they talk at the same time. So, you know, I don't know if when something gets said, you have to point it towards one person or just that it's a statement. I don't know how that comes across. I'll tell you one thing I do, Guido, is because some of you guys have different audio. Some of you guys have different volumes that come into my feed. So in the Hangout toolbox, I'll quite often, for instance, Darren, his feed is quite loud. So I go in and I decrease his feed down to where it's manageable for me, where I don't feel like when he comes in with something, it's extremely loud. Everyone else, you know, I just move them around. It's just a slider thing. But again, like I say, we all kind of, you know, we'll have something on our mind. And the problem is we can almost every one of us can answer that same question. So it's not like, you know, we're all experts in what I'm an electrician, you know, someone's a welder, someone's a blacksmith, someone's a whatever, you know. So we can all answer the same thing for some reason. So.
It's something YouTube haven't sorted out yet is volume, because you know you can play a YouTube video in bed, it's nice and quiet, it's all lovely, and then the next video that comes on is fucking blasting. So YouTube haven't done that yet for us.
Well, I've quickly just gone on to Google. The toolbox, as Vince has said,
yeah,
sliders there I can move up and down. We're all using different equipment.
I don't, see, because I'm fucking deaf anyway. So I got mine pretty low, because Shirley does tell me to turn it down when we go past, the fucking midnight.
The whole point is that it is working tonight.
It's working because we're all cognizant of the problem. Yeah.
I think we're all sat here now trying to work it out. We know there's something wrong, and to have a room with this amount of people in, it was death from day one. But we're fighting our way through it to get sorted, to get organised. You either have a spokesman who's going to shout questions at you, which I can do, because I don't know what you do every day. You're not living close enough to me. Oh, how did your day at work go, Vince? Oh, yeah, I saw you did so-and-so. I can't do that because I don't live close enough. So we got to listen to you from 1,000 miles away. We got to listen to Gildan from across the street. So, you know, it's an hard life.
I think what you're going to need to establish, Rob, like, I don't want to tell you what to run your show or whatever, but like, what's the premise of this show? What is it? What does it mean to you? What is it for? Like, is it to entertain your subscribers? Is it purely to answer questions on welding and engineering, or is it just to have a laugh with your mates? Like,
it's just to sit there and have a laugh with my mates, and I mean, I am an entertainer. We're about to take the better. You know, I've done my time on stage. I've been on stage quite a few years, but sometimes I'm funny, sometimes I'm not. I agree with that. But, you know, I don't know. I'm the one person on this planet who do not know why I got so many subscribers. I haven't got a clue.
You're genuine, you're real, like.
People say that. People say I'm down to earth. I speak my mind, and I swear a bit, especially when I burn myself. But, you know.
Well, it takes a lot for somebody to draw me in on a sort of personal level, and you've done it to me. So, you know what I mean?
I got this bad habit of I found Minimoto, whatever his fucking name was. I found him the other day on YouTube. He was on the Facebook chat room, Facebook page about little motorbikes. So I had a chat to him, blah blah blah, and I said, "Oh, you know, link me on YouTube, and I'll have a chat to you." So we did, and then I said, "Well, the person you want to see is Dizzy." So I give him Dizzy's name, and the next minute he's on Dizzy's show this week, as you know. But
that was it, yeah.
Dizzy mentioned his name must be 452,000 fucking times. But I went over to Minimoto's channel then, and Mini got 17 subscribers out of it. 17, you know. I thought, was it worth that amount of groveling for 17 subscribers?
No.
And I've got to be honest, I was one of those 17.
Precisely. And then you've got people saying, yeah, I'll subscribe to you, I'll subscribe. Don't ever go into that thing because it don't work. You subscribe to me, I'll subscribe to you.
Yeah, that's right. It is a bit of nonsense. Because there's channels with not many subscribers, yet they've got millions of views. The key to having a decent channel is content. Content is key. Simple as that.
That's true.
I do try to give you everything I fucking got. Everything I own is yours. I bend over backwards.
Yeah, I've seen you.
Can I throw a word in?
You what?
I said, can I throw a word in? Easy, yes.
You're the boss.
Why are we on YouTube? Very good question. Originally, I mean, Rob kind of coerced me on YouTube at the very beginning, and I met these friends. I've sort of changed now, and I put my content up for these three guys, and Karen and a few others. It's not to get subscribers, although I'll say I have done a slight scrapping. A couple of vids, and I've picked up a number of subscribers on that. I get comments which say, join me on my show, I'll give you a shout out. I've got 500,000 subscribers, and providing you come every night, and I'll rephrase that, it's every night, and type something, you'll go into a prize draw, and your name will get shouted out, and you'll get 200,000 subscribers. Just straight in the spam. Who are on YouTube for different reasons than I think we are. Rob's on to show people. I mean, I was watching Rob well before I even managed to contact him. I enjoyed his style, and it reminds me of me. It reminds me of me when I would be older. He makes things like his thought process. And he's introduced me to these other guys, and we've become firm friends. And it's nice to meet other people. But that boils down to, don't go. If you're on here and make money is having subscribers to watch your content to make your money, better off doing Minecraft videos.
As Ian's saying, I think you get more subscribers by you're not trying. It's the same thing as when you go to a nightclub looking for women. If you're all over them, you get nothing. If you fucking ignore them, sit in the corner, have a pint, next minute you got 6 sitting on your arm. It's that sort of scenario.
Well, I've had my YouTube channel for coming up 11 years, literally from day one, and I've only monetized in the last 3 months. So I'm not here for money, you know.
No, but it's unusual why you haven't got many subscribers with the amount of videos you got on and the amount of videos, the amount of years you've done YouTube.
Because I've never pushed it, Rob. I've always just.
It's nothing to do with pushing. I've done YouTube for 11 years. I've got 7,000 subscribers this year. Before then, I was struggling.
Yeah.
You go and have a look at my early videos, the fishing ones. I got like 62 views on it. Because I didn't give a toot. And
yeah,
that's how it started.
Same as me. I was literally just documenting my songs. That's all I was doing. I just pick a guitar up. And it's the same reason as you, really. My man died 13 years ago. I used to play the guitar with him all the time. There's nothing recorded of us both playing the guitar together, like, you know. So I just don't want my boy to have nothing of me when I'm gone, like, you know.
But I mean, oil burner for oil burner.
You know, I'm like Robert. I've only got one photograph of my father. You know, Robert's the same. He mentioned it. I think what you're doing is good.
Yeah, I'm just being real. I'm not faking nothing. I'm not trying to do a Hollywood production. It's purely me. What you see on my video is me, like, you know.
People will subscribe to you if you're alive or if you're dead. If I die tomorrow, people are still going to be subscribing to me because they don't know I'm dead.
Yeah. But I mean, your videos are interesting, Rob. You make some good shit, man.
What happens when you die? I mean, with your YouTube videos, did your account close? Do your videos disappear?
You're gonna hand it over to someone. There's a way of sticking someone sort of as next to kin. They take over.
Yeah, they all know my passwords. There wouldn't be a problem. I'm not going to say my son's going to sit here and talk to you fucking lot, because he wouldn't. Alfie might. He'll be a bit older then. You know, he's pretty into the gaming side of it, so he might sit here and talk to you. But I personally wouldn't give a fuck because I'll be dead.
True.
Gilda wants to say something.
No. Guys, 4:11, so for me it's bedtime.
That's all right, Guy. Thank you for popping on, mate. We're not going to make this.
Okay, see you on Thursdays.
Yeah, thank you very much.
See you guys all on Thursdays.
Right, Gildo.
And have a good night.
Thursday. Good night, Guido.
Right, mate.
I think we got quite a lot sorted. All right, Dizzy wasn't here, but I know Dizzy will sit there and listen anyway. Dizzy's not, unless you push him, he'll then come out with instantly, yeah, the You Dizzy show. Come and watch me. That's Dizzy all over. But we know Dizzy, and we've said it 1,000 times, all 4 of us, all 5 of us. We like Dizzy because he's like that.
I like Dizzy. I gotta be honest. I do like Dizzy.
We was all, everybody was suspicious of everybody, but once you actually see through the glass and you see the man who he is, you can't do nothing but like him.
No. He's genuine, yeah, and I like what he does for the kids, like, you know.
Yeah, it's unbelievable because he don't fucking earn. Obviously, he earns his. I think he earns probably. I think he said something like 480 off YouTube. So he's not. As long as the tax man don't fucking grab him by the testicles, he's all right. They haven't brought the tax man in yet for YouTube. If they do bring the tax man in, then we're all going to suffer.
Well, they can have a bit of my. I'm almost up to £6.
Quid? You get paid in quids?
You can change it if you go into the settings. You can change it from dollars to pounds.
What's the tax on £6?
Vince, come on,
but £1.20, is it?
You're being quiet tonight, Vince.
No, I was just thinking. I'm just thinking that I had a lot of ground I wanted to cover, but I mean, we sort of covered something pretty important, and that is how we're going to go about continuing on with a set number of members, or that kind of thing. I mean, there's some details that we got to work out eventually, but you can even tell now, and Guido wasn't talking a whole lot, but now that it's pared down to, what do we got, 4 guys here now, having a discussion is actually quite a bit easier. So, like you had said as well, Ian, same thing, right? So, I think we can't, there's going to have to be a number at some point that we can't go above. Although Hangouts allows you to have up to 10 video feeds running into it, it's just not something you can use unless everyone, I don't mean everyone, but I will use an example. There's Wizard right there. I'll use Wizard as an example, or I could use Stu Tapper as an example, or even some other folks who've left us, unfortunately. But we have had people on in the past who are very quiet, and that's not a bad thing, because when you have a specific question that you need answering, if we need to talk electronics, we can talk to Wizard about pretty well anything. So some people being really quiet, it's not a problem at all if we had 10 people. Now, if all those 10 people were me, or they were Darren, or they were Rob, or Jason even, it would become fucking well unmanageable, really. So, I don't know. And there's a few ways to go about changing that. One is you got to hold your hand up if you want to say something, and then somebody has to adjudicate, and somebody has to say, okay, Vince talk, Darren talk, Ian talk. Or that very same person has to also go in and mute everybody else while somebody talks, which is a big royal pain in the headache to have to mute everybody.
That's too much.
It's too much. It's too much administration. You don't want to do it. So, or the other thing is that you have Q&A, and it's just Q&A, and one person's in charge of topics. Maybe two people. Well, it doesn't matter. But if you have somebody in charge of topics, then everyone takes a turn answering you to say, well, for the next 10 or 15 minutes, we're going to talk about, fuck if I know. I mean, we're going to talk about music. We're going to talk about welding. We're going to talk about politics, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. And then everyone just says their piece, and it's on to the next person in the line. They say their piece. So there's a whole bunch of different ways. Some take more work to administer than others. In a perfect world, everyone waits their turn and talks. But then sometimes by the time you've waited your turn to say something, you've either forgot or the moment is well past and there's no point even bringing it up anyway. So, I don't know how to deal with that. I think I like that Q&A thing that Rob came up with. I know I talked to Guido earlier on, maybe a couple of days ago about it. Guido is not, he might be still listening, but I'll just put his word in for him. He's not completely on board with Q&A, but I don't think he was seeing it the same way that we're talking about it. He was saying, well, he likes the talk show aspect, which this is like a talk show aspect. But in a talk, when you watch a talk show on TV, you always have one person in charge of the talk show, and it's Stephen Colbert, whoever the hell it is. Somebody's in charge of the talk show, It's Jules Holland, whoever the hell it is.
Because he got all the questions. Because he got all the questions.
Got all the questions. Sometimes that leads into a broader discussion, but, somebody has to be able to rein the whole thing in. You can't have everyone reining it in because then again, it's chaos. So if you got 6 guys, you got 6 administrators, well, everyone's muting everyone, and that's just not going to work. And then that can get screwed up as well. So,
as I said, to have 6 of us on the bottom of here, 6, 7, 8, 9, unless it's sorted out, unless it's organised. My question and answer is, if we start to get to a stale point or to a, we're all feeling a bit, what the fuck are we going to say next? Then I'll come in with what somebody asked me, a question from the chat room, which they've sent me. They sent me quite a few at the moment, and then I'll chuck that question out here in the deep water, and then you lads can then answer it to the best of our knowledge. So it'll give us a completely new vein to go off onto. I mean, there's some funny fucking questions. I mean, Hoodie Scum, he had a cracking one. I said, well, I'll give that one to Vince because I think Vince will be able to answer that. And when I tell you his question, we'll all fucking probably fall around laughing. But you've got to answer it, or you've got to answer it to your best ability.
So I know, Rob, that you said that you didn't really want. I heard what you're saying. You didn't want. You didn't want to be the guy making all the decisions behind the scenes. It's just too stressful. It's too much to do. You want to sit back, have some drinks with your friends, sit and chat, and having to, deal with everything. It's a whole lot of work. I mean, you just go back to where you were doing the quiz nights. Remember you were doing the quiz nights? Yeah. What a pain in the ass it was for you. I can feel for you because it's a lot of.
It was a lot of stress. It was a lot of stress I didn't need, and it's different with Diz because he got Tina sat next to him. She's taken a hell of a lot of pressure off him, and fed Tina's worth of weight and go. Shirley won't do that. Shirley won't come in here. She don't even want to fucking know your names. I don't know what you look like. So
sounds wise.
So yeah, if I had, everybody said, yeah, tell me the night and I'll come and sit by the side of you. And Jason, I think Jason did the one night. We had internet problems.
Yeah.
So we've talked all night. Rob, will you be seeing Jason? Points of view over to him?
I don't know. I don't think I will because I think he's away this weekend with his caravanning, whatever he does, that camper van. Yeah, I'll email him and tell him we've had a sit down chat because you know me and Jason gets on very well. We're very very close and.
I loved the last video you uploaded, by the way.
Which one?
Hey, Jason.
Hey, Jason.
The thing is, I actually went on YouTube and I thought Kevin had put a new video up, so I was on it like a flash. I'm on it, and it's like that's not Kevin's shop.
I wonder if Kevin's seen it. That'd be funny.
And when I got
So
the Welsh twang,
I've never known
in the background.
Yeah, man ate anybody so much as he hates him.
God,
he fucking hates him. Anyway, I went to a funeral. I went to a funeral today, and you know what they played? The green grass of home.
come on.
What's the odds on that? 2 million to 1. The last request song was Tom Jones, The green grass of fucking home. And I'm going, well.
Did you look around to see if you were on candid camera, if somebody's fucking joking with you?
Unfucking believable. And I thought, Jesus. But, you know, it was a wish. I can't wait to see their faces when they play fucking Jimi Hendrix on mine.
What's the little thing I'm missing there, Rob, with the Tom Jones song?
I hate Tom Jones.
Yeah, fair enough.
Jason hates fucking Kevin. I hate fucking Tom.
Who's Kevin?
Oh, you haven't seen Kevin?
No.
Who is Kevin?
Who's Kevin?
And I hate the Beatles.
Oh,
Karen.
I hate the Beatles.
I got no love for the Beatles. I got no love for anybody who earns their money and then fucks off straight away. They were out to Liverpool on the first bus.
I think the only people I don't like is them that did One Banana, Two Banana song. Was that the Monkeys?
No.
They had a TV show.
Yeah, that was the
Tongo.
Yeah, the banana splits.
Yeah.
Understand them.
1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4, 5 banana, 6 banana, 8, maybe more. And they drove them. Always wanted one of them things. They drove the 6-wheeler.
Buggies, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make one of them, Robert.
The thing is with most of those people is they never actually wrote their own songs. So the songwriters are behind the scenes, never being seen. You know?
I still think Tom Jones should have been arrested with the rest of them. And apparently there is. No, I'm not being fucking funny. There is a court case. There is a court case on Tom Jones.
He should have stayed down the pit.
Banana splits. He never fucking went down the fucking pits. He never even took fucking sandwiches down the fucking pits. His father went down the fucking pits. He was too busy probably with the young girls around the fucking telephone box, the little fucker. And if he's watching, tell him to fuck off.
Ban him.
Well, he's going to be fucking banned.
Anyway, guys, we was called popping on here to put the world to rights.
Yeah. We done well.
Show it's now 25 to 11 for me. I promised myself an early night tonight. You guys, and I'm going to join you Thursday.
Clock's 5 minutes fasty.
No, we're on a different meridian. You're closer to Greenwich than we are.
Wigan time.
Yeah.
You're not I'm not biting at that, Vince. I'm not biting.
The thing is, even though we come on privately and sneakily, we still had 14 viewers up in there, and that wasn't our best. But and I'm surprised how many people come into the actual chat room. So there was 8 people in there watching to see our name pop up.
Still 10 in there now.
I hope somebody has intelligent questions for us so we can come up with some intelligent answers.
I'm not saying intelligent. I'm not saying intelligent because they're my friends, but
Surely that's going to spoil you if they're intelligent questions.
I'm not promising there'll be intelligent answers.
no, but they're gonna get a free name shout for a start. So that's nice. So then you know you go to them 3 dots by the side of your name. You can go straight to their channel and subscribe to them if you want to. I'm not telling.
Yeah, it's like Robert. I know you mentioned Ricky Duff.
Ricky, yeah.
Yeah. Now I've spoke to Ricky, well, and he watches our show every Thursday. Never comments. Like to appear live. Obviously, put it through to you guys first, but he said he'd sooner sit in the background and watch.
A lot of people. Tapper is exactly the same. Tapper rather sit there because he's highly he's highly annoyed tapping his fingers. But
I feel like what Andy's put on.
Oxford's coming as well. No, Andy, you'll have to go back to the beginning, mate. We come on purely privately and sneakily to have a little chat here about Thursday nights, altering a complete platform to a question and answer, laugh, a very light piss take, and if you think you're fucking brainier than me, bring it on.
John Flanagan's put an interesting question up. Get past the adjudicator.
Oh, don't start, John. Right. Just go and watch my video.
Hey, you guys, bug off. I've got to go to bed. I need my beauty sleep.
Thank you, mate.
Catch you all on Thursdays. Good night, Vince. Good night, Hazy. Good night, Robert.
Night.
Karen, Tapper, Osby, Average, and all the other guys in the chat.
I might be seeing you sooner than you think because my van hardly starts at all now. We got to like gas the fucking thing. So it's really time I got rid of it. Who was that then? Who's got my fucking picture?
I thought it was me then, that.
Bit of sunburn. I think that's a nice sunburn, actually. Perhaps he is a fucking welder, Tom Jones.
Ian, could you imagine if you were someone's testicle?
Well, I'd hate to be the woman.
Who would want their testicle talking to them all day like you talk?
That's fucking bad.
It couldn't be my testicle. My testicle wears contact lenses.
All right, guys. Good night. I'm taking off. I got some stuff to do.
Night,
Night.
Night,
Darren.
Nice one.
He's gone. 10 little fucking Indians. What are you waving around?
Me?
No, what's his name? Fucking Vince waving his hand back and forth.
I think he had a bit of paper with his notes on.
Oh yeah, he was. I think he come equipped because we've been talking about this for a while. It wasn't a fluke. Me and Vince has been trying to organise a better night.
Yeah, I just seemed to have fallen in when the shit was hitting the fan. I got to be honest, I felt it was all my doings.
Well, I think if it wasn't your birthday, you would have been all right because, as I said at the end of it, you'd become a very likeable lad. But it was just the beginning. You come in that strong, which blew us all away. You fucking scared us all. You know, you wanted to be.
Wow.
Sandra D straight away. Oh, look at me, and here I am. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. and we all backed up, and then if we back up, that means the airs are going to go up on the back of our next weekend, and then people saying, you know, because I get messages, you hear my phone going off.
Yeah.
It's usually Vince sending.
Who the fuck is this lunatic from Cardiff?
Yeah, you do, and well, you've got to give people a chance, and we were getting on quite well, you and me, and then it went downhill slightly, and I thought, well, you're a drinker, I'm a drinker, Vince is a drink. Well, Vince is not a drinker now, all of a sudden, but Ian's a drinker.
Wagging, is he?
We're all drinkers, you know. So
Yeah.
after 5 hours, we're going to become a bit noisy, and after 5 hours, you become nice. After 5 hours, I become nasty. So not nasty, but you know.
Yeah, well, you've had a shit week anyway, haven't you? So
I've had a real bad week. Real bad.
my missus was fucking defending you to the hilts. Because I was like, fucking, they banned me from this thing, the bastards. They think I was talking about dead soldiers. Fucking, she was like, no, listen back. And then when you posted that video, which one was it? When you were going on about the mattresses and all that. I was out, and she texted me with a link to the video saying, watch this video. This might explain why you pissed off with you. She was defending you fucking more than she would defend me.
Karen knew that I haven't had sleep for fucking days and days, and I still haven't had sleep. Actually, we got a new mattress, another one now, number 3. It's due on beginning of next week probably. So hopefully that's all right. I've been given a MIG welder. That should be here tomorrow. Courier.
So it's all panning out slowly for you, is it?
Slowly coming together. I mean, all I want now is you to come down, tune all these fucking guitars, and perhaps I might even play one.
Yeah, get those fingers out of retirement.
I can.
The sad thing, well, when you said it was either last week or the week before, when you said I can't ever see me picking up a guitar again for the rest of my life, I thought, oh, don't say that, for fuck's sake.
No, I got no interest. I got no interest whatsoever in guitar.
Yeah, no, it's sad. It's sad though, because I've got to be honest. The last couple of years, I've neglected my playing, because I used to play for hours every single day. You know, up to the point where it was almost fucking autistic. You know, the behaviour of me playing was taking over my life. So I wrote too many songs, and I was just constantly playing. But then family life takes over, doesn't it? You know. And you stick your guitar down, and next thing you know, it's a week you haven't played it, then it's a month.
Well, I played in the band. I played in the band for 25 years, and then I thought, you got to share money. This is not fucking good. And sometimes we had 11-piece band. We had trumpets, trombones, keyboard players. It was fucking stupid. An 11-piece band on 120, 130 quid a night.
Yeah, it's just getting you a fucking couple of pints, and that's it.
Yeah. So we boiled down back to a duo. We had a duo with a micro drummer, which we did well.
Yeah.
We played all over the fucking planet, and then I said, "Fuck yes, I hate sharing money." So I just went DJ, and I was DJ for 15 years, and I loved it. I instantly got a title of the alternative DJ, because I would swear. I would even use the C word very often in some of the clubs I did. I would never do a pub. I'd only do clubs. Saint Pierre, Chepstow Racecourse. I was their resident, and they all loved me because of my swearing and stuff. And I kept
your life as well, isn't it? Just playing some other fuckers' records.
I kept all the money, yeah. So I was happy, but
how can you pack that in?
my daughter was my sidekick, and then she thought I was getting ratty fast, because I didn't need the money, you know, and people come up to you and they give you orders, right?
Yeah.
You've had the money, this is what you do. And I said, no, have the money back, and this is what I do.
Yeah, fucking going home.
Fucking off. And you wouldn't dare. And I said, don't ever use that fucking word to me, mate. And I packed the stuff back in the van, and you'd have the woman, the newlywed, come crying to you and say, no, please, he's a fucking headbanger. And I said, sorry, love, we're going. I don't need your fucking money. I've never ever dreamed about using your money. Ta-da, I'm fucking gone.
Yeah.
Then you get the twats running up the street with who haven't paid you. I said, oh, fuck it, let's call it a day. So we call it a day. And I recently, funny enough, my stuff was all under the stairs. And I give it to my son. He's got it in his house purely for annoying fucking neighbours. No, I got fuck all. Yeah, I got a couple of little speakers. I think I just sort of a big keyboard, this fucking big. Who's that? I just sold a keyboard this fucking.
Did you laughing then?
I sold a keyboard this big for a £5 because I wanted it out of this room, right? So I get some messages on YouTube, Facebook, because it's a Facebook sale.
Yeah.
Does it work? And I thought, okay, I'll fucking ignore that and go on to the next one. Oh, does it come with a stand? I said, I want a fucking £5 for it, for fuck's sake. I just want it out of my room, and I just sold 2 pool cues, which cost me 100 quid each. I sold them for a £5, and used to. Oh.
Yeah, you should have just given it to the fucking kids.
Are the tips any good? For fuck's sake, how much is a tip?
I know my missus has been trying to sell some baby stuff on fucking Facebook, and the messages she gets, but he's done it for pennies.
You gotta really sit back and think about it, because the messages really. And my son says, "Dad, don't answer them because it winds you up." And I said, "You gotta give a stupid answer back to some fucking idiot." Oh, does it come with a stand? I said, yes, of course it comes with a stand and a book, and you get me for learning you to play it for the next fucking 20 years.
15 free lessons.
Yeah, for a fucking £5.
I'll make you a cup of tea.
I used to sell stuff on YouTube. I sell plans for rollers, jogglers, folders, benders. I sell plans for them. And they're saying, will you deliver? And I said, well, what do you mean will I deliver? Oh, well, it's a bit heavy, isn't it? I said, it's a set of plans, mate. It's not the fucking actual thing. You're expecting me to put half a ton in the back of my van and fetch it up to your fucking house.
All cut up nice.
Yeah. And over the years, it just gets to you and gets to you and gets to you. And as I say, going live, you've done live now. You know what it's like. There's a bit of stress involved.
Yeah. Well, like the other day, it was my first ever going to go live. Like, I only done an hour. I thought a couple of songs, but my 4th song, all of a sudden, this wave of just like anxiety just come over me. I felt all flustered halfway through the song. I fucked up loads of my songs.
I think we played in I think it was Chepstow Race Class. We played, and we were back in a professional band. They booed them off the stage to get us on, because we went on first. The professionals went on second. High volume fucking band. They booed them off to get us back on, and it was purely because we made that many mistakes. And I used to drink a lot fucking more back in them days playing guitar. I'm telling you, they booed them off and got us back on to finish the night off, you know. And we done a country and western club. We're fucking heavy metal, and the twat booked us into a country and western club.
Is that what you was? Heavy metal? Was you?
Yeah. We walk into this place, and we come in the stage way behind the curtains, and we're setting up the gear and all this. I said, that's rowdy out there, isn't it? So the entertainment secretary comes out. He said, "Oh, you're right, lads. Are you going to put your cowboy uniforms on?" And I said, "What?" He said, "Country and western night." I said, "You're fucking having a laugh." So our lead guitarist is a blues brother.
I was just about to say, it sounds like a fucking scene from the Blues Brothers.
he said, "Oh, don't worry about it, Rob." And I said, "Fuck it, they'll fucking lynch us. They'll fucking kill us all. They'll fucking." So the curtains opens, and they're all fucking cowboys and Indians. I thought, oh, fuck, we're gonna get fucking lynched. And then the lead guitarist instantly goes into playing some fucking country song, which saved the fucking day. And I used to just look at him. I could see his hand. As long as I knew what his hand was going to do, I could follow him, and away we went. We had a fucking
playing guitar or bass.
We had a fucking great night. No, I was 6 string then, but I only started playing bass later, really late, because we had a bass player who got his fucking hand trapped in a thing, which is he had big bandages on his fingers.
Oh dear.
He tried to do it tonight, but he couldn't do it. So I went on bass then, and I fell in love with the bass, and I got quite good on it. But I haven't played it now.
Yes, one thing I'm always gutted. I never had a band. Like none of my mates were ever into music. All my mates were the wrong thing. Like, you know.
You're still young.
Yeah, still a bit of a chance, but I've always been fucking independent and not being told what to do and all that shit. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like you got to be the boss. Like,
Well, yeah, you've got to be the boss. I mean, the band wise, I owned a van. Yeah, I was playing for the pool team, and I was the best player, but I wasn't captain. I could not work that out. I had argument after argument. I said, surely the best player should be captain, because he knows what he's fucking doing.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, fuck that. I'm off. Ta-ra. But band-wise, we struggled for years and years with because me and Di got on famously. We're brothers. And then we've got a bass player in, we got a drummer in, we got a fucking hammerhead in, who fucking played drums with. He had bits of fucking broom handles. And he played with them.
Get out.
And every time you stopped and tried to say something, he'd fucking hit the drums, you know? He'd go through some sort of patter with it, and he, hang about, mate, I'm trying to talk to you. So he was literally thrown out through the fucking window.
Yeah.
We then got a micro drummer in, which was our best thing. I had a sheet of paper on my side, and I did whatever song it was. I just type in 765, whatever it was, press start, and that was it. It was done.
Yeah.
Best drummer in the world, then, you know. But,
No mistakes.
We had a lot of people wanting to play with us. We had some really good.
What was the name of your band?
Diversions, and then we went to Stone Free.
Yeah.
So
that's why I got the name Hazy Days. That was going to be the name of my band.
Hazy Days.
Yeah, because I was a massive Oasis fan years ago. I mean, you know, I still like their music now. But about 20 years ago, when they first come out, kids, they were called Oasis. There was a drink Oasis. And I was standing in a spa once, getting some beers. And remember those Alka Pops, Hooch and all that?
Yes.
On the shelf next to them was an Alka Pop called Hazy Days. They stopped selling it now, and I've seen it. I thought, fuck, that's a good name for a band. And it just stuck with me. I just took it from there. I took it off the shelf in Spa.
We started off as Diversions because there were signs for the fucking roadworks. And I was
on the way to a gig.
I was nicking them from the gig.
Nice.
Diversions. So that's how we started. But we went on eventually into Stone Free because we was Hendrix fanatics, like, you know. So
yeah,
it was a good laugh. And watching the fucking Wizard in the text room. I thought Wizard was gone, but he's still there. Wayne Ellis.
Cat was gone, is he?
I'm in bed watching, typing to lip read, trying to lip read. Well, fucking, you're not going to meet a better gang of people without a doubt in my life. I mean, come on as you are now tonight. Brilliant fella.
Yeah, I mean, I was a bit fucking pissed. Like, no excuse. I know it was my birthday and all that. And last week I drank 4 cans in about fucking half hour.
You just get the feeling you're trying to take over the show, and it instantly put a lot of people's backs up.
Yeah.
You know, as you said, you did say, oh, I'll have to call you dad, and I said, yeah. Nearly everybody on you calls me fucking dad for some reason. I'm everybody's dad.
Well, you do remind me of my uncle. He's a welder and a bit of my old man in you as well. It's whether that's why I'm drawn to you, I don't know. But
yeah, we were brought up really fucking hard. My old man wouldn't have no fucking shit off nobody, and especially
yeah, same as me.
Yeah.
I was brought up fucking really hard, like, you know.
Mm.
That's why I don't take shit off anyone else. So if I feel somebody's having a fucking poke at me, then I've got to fucking stand up for myself.
Yeah, of course you have.
You know what I mean? But like obviously in this scenario, it's a friendly thing. So anything that I have said is you know, if you thought I'm taking the piss, it's purely just having a joke, like, you know.
Yeah, but you know, it wasn't a once. It went on about six shots you had at me, and I thought, you know, what have I done? I said,
Yeah, I didn't realize that, mate.
You'll see my eyes. You have a look at my eyes, and you think, and I'll just go quiet and go.
Is he taking the piss? Yeah, I know, because once you've shut up about something, and you've let a few things go, it's hard to fucking release it without sounding like a fucking lunatic, isn't it?
I'm thinking, what the fuck have I done to deserve this? And I'm thinking, fuck this, I'm not going on next week. I'm going to call it a day. I've had enough of this shit. I do it every week. I've had enough. Let's call it a day. Yeah. It's just pointless. I'm not getting subscribers because I don't want subscribers. All I'm getting is insults every week. Ian is professional. I said to Ian, I don't know if he was here, and I said to Ian, if I was stood next to you and you took the piss out of me like that, I'd fucking shoot you. Yeah. I've been here since he does take his before he started. Ian, because Ian, I don't know if he's watching now, but when you kicked me from the show last week, Ian's reaction pissed me off a little bit. He was like, "Oh, you've kicked Hazy good," and I thought, "Oh, hang about." Oh, it was only the soldier thing. I tried to kick you probably 10 minutes before I tried to kick you. I ejected you. No, I seen the thing come up. I did realise my picture came up. You hit the wrong button, didn't you? Yeah, and I thought, right, I'll let it run. And then I let it run a bit longer, and I thought, yeah, great. All right, he's coming back now. He's coming back normal, and then all of a sudden, it went off the track, and then. But it wasn't about it wasn't me disrespecting soldiers. It was purely me saying. It just sounded. I can't talk about bridge. You can't talk about fucking soldiers. It just sounded like that. It just sounded like yeah. You already had the ump with me, so you was just waiting for any fucking thing, weren't you? That's right. Yeah, I was there. I was prepared. I was primed. So I noticed my picture come up, and I thought, oh, this fucker's pressed the wrong button. Yeah. Right. I already sussed that out. No, you know, it was cool. I didn't ban you. I told you straight away on Facebook. I haven't banned you. I give you a 30 fucking second timeout. I couldn't. Yeah, but that lasted all night. I couldn't comment on nothing. No, I don't know what happened. That's what I think. That's what wound me up more than anything. I couldn't put my point across. Like, right? Yeah. Well, I was reading you on a Facebook part of it. So I got like 40 messages on Facebook about tonight. So you? Yeah. Hope they're all good. One's not funny enough, but it's the way it goes. I'm afraid that, you know, you haven't got the thumbs downer yet. When you get the little thumbs downer every video, you get this little twat thumbs you down. And I've got one. I've picked them up recently. Yeah, you're gonna get him the one. I don't know where he came from, but sometimes I think you've disliked this. How can you dislike this fucking video? Like, how is this offending you in any way? Like, you know what I mean? Well, I did that running one. I did the running one for the charity, and I had a thumbs down. And I said, "Well, that's." Oh, is that somebody done 365 runs or something? Yeah, that's my son-in-law. So I said, "How the fuck can you thumbs down?" Yeah, and it just makes you think, "Fucking hell." Yeah. Well, I've had two. And I'm obviously on their list because I can have a video up within 5 minutes. They thumb me down. So it's somebody I know. So and that's what I think. It's a subscriber because they're doing it quick. Like, they're doing it quick. It's somebody who knows, and you think, "Oh well, fair enough. Carry on." Yeah. I mean, you know, you got to take the fucking love with the hate, haven't you? The hate with the love. Well, so I talked to a lot of people. One of them was the famous carpenter, Steve. Fuck knows. He's one of the best carpenters on YouTube. And I was very good friends with him. And I was having a chat to him. And he said, "Robert, for fuck's sake, mate, ignore haters." Yeah. He said, "I get probably about 200 per fucking video." And I said, 200? He said, I said, "Fuck me, I only got 2. He said, "Yeah, well," he said, "Ignore it, mate." He said, and you got to ignore it. But as Drive Shaft said, you had to watch you to fucking eat you.
Yeah, exactly.
So you
And
got
it's still coming back. Yeah.
You got his little. You got his little.
And
trick.
somebody told me once, if someone's hating you, it's because you're fucking doing better than them. Nobody hates somebody that are doing worse than them.
Wicked jealousy, and
You know what I mean?
You did. I noticed you did watch my Christmas.
Christmas song.
Yeah, it was for the challenger. It was for the.
Yeah.
So you had to put your own words to a song, and that's the song.
Yeah. I know, because when I watched that, I thought, fucking hell, he's even got the same mindset to make a video. Because I was going to do one of my own videos like that. Because I've set up a green screen. I noticed you've set up a green screen.
Yeah, I've always been green screen since I've been a photographer all my life. So
yeah, but I'm only into it in the last few months. I've just built myself a PC and started fucking about with editing software, special effects and stuff like, you know.
I've taught Vincent the green screen, and
Yeah.
You see some of my shirts. I got Big Bob Photography.
Yeah. I got to show my lighting out. I have my green screen. This is a little bit.
I've got a light here, but I very rarely use it now because this room got smaller. She's brought all downstairs.
All your crap. Yeah.
So yeah, right. I'm skinning.
No problem. I got to go and sort some shit out as well. Next
time you go to the bridge, you pass my house by 500 foot.
Do I?
Yeah.
Is that how close you are?
That's how close I am to the main road out there. You know the Tredegar Park roundabout?
Yeah.
500 foot by there.
We never know. We might have a cup of tea one day.
Coffee, maybe.
Yeah, come on. I do drink coffee.
All right, Macca.
Nice one, Rob.
Right, cheers.
I'll speak to you soon. Nice one, everyone in the chat.
They was all good people, weren't they, in the chat room?
Yeah.
We still got 7 hanging around.
Yeah, I'll see you Thursday, but a week Thursday I'm fucking off to Spain, so
yeah.
But I'm sure I got hangouts on my phone.
I seen you ticking down the days.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's my first holiday abroad, like taking the kids now. Can't fucking wait.
I don't want to go out to Newport, thanks. All right, there's a hazel. Hazy, fucking your name is fucking terrible.
Hazy days, it's easy.
Easy fucking days. It's not when you're fucking pissed.
Right, nice one, Rob. Nice one, everybody.
I got to spell Thursday right, for fuck's sake.
I'm not leaving until you leave.
Yeah, kid.
Nice one.